Are we doing this? What up, Bandidos? It is Friday. We're gonna start off with a little bit of the first Descendant. Just hang around for a couple of minutes, do some gameplay until the live stream from Tokyo Game Show starts. I am excited because in October 1, which is the update they're gonna be discussing a lot of, probably beyond that too, but we're gonna get swords, and that's a big deal, right? Swords! I think that'll complete the game. I think they shouldn't have launched without them personally, but hey, here we are. And plus the game is just dried up, right? It's really boring right now. Everybody's saying it. And here we go again with that, right? So, basically they dug themselves in such a big fucking hole at launch that it's gonna take a full year to climb out of it. And for the first 6-7 months, basically 7 months, they were figuring out how deep that hole was. So that's kind of where we're at. You know what I mean? Like, we haven't really moved across that line or got basically to the surface. They're acknowledged the issues, and they're making strides, which is great. But they launched season 3, which was supposed to be something pretty exciting, and it was for a minute, and it was cool. I mean, it had a share of problems at launch, but I don't know. We kicked its ass in like a week. You know what I mean? You got the trigger. It had a lot of cool stuff, though. You know what I mean? We got trigger modules. We got some new gear sets or external components. They cleaned some stuff up. Nell was pretty cool. I feel like she's kind of disappointing a little bit because although she's great and strong, at the same time, she was supposed to be like this really good weak point weapon damage platform, and basically that got shut down. The build ended up becoming not viable for the content. But she's really cool. Love using her. And she's fun to use, but I sort of don't need another AoE skill build. I mean, basically what ends up happening is one Descendant will replace the next one depending on who's more powerful. So, I mean, I don't use Inez anymore, for example. I mean, and she was one of the most powerful descendants. Same with Freyna. I mean, they are dusty as shit, you know? They're way down here. Like, this is basically my priority list. So I use Serena only for bossing, because she makes it really easy. Jaber's really fun now. So's Lepic, so I use them a lot. And then Nell is just kind of my I don't want to think about things kind of person. Sharon, my Sharons I use a lot because they're the most engaging and most dynamic. You can take her anywhere. Keelan's tons of fun, kind of gets boring. Mo, Etsy Mo, love this dude. I need to update him. I haven't updated him forever, but he sits at 8 as one of my favorites. Glay is just not very dynamic. I love her Life Sphere Explosion build. That's my favorite one, where you create the spheres everywhere and you blow them all up. I don't just want to sit there with one gun and shoot her like the, you know, resting bitch face speedrunners in this game. You know what I mean? The dudes that just play this fucking bosses over and over again and kill them in 1 second. And they just do that over and over again. It's just like, Jesus Christ. And then I see them going into other games and doing the same fucking thing. It's just like, oh my God. I don't know how you like games that way. Anyways, I am me, they are them. Luna is kind of what killed the game for me, actually. So I didn't like, she was never appealing to me, the original Luna. Never appealing to me. And then eventually I gave her a crack because there was nothing else to fucking do in the game. So I gave her a crack. I was leveling her up in preparation for her ultimate, and I ended up really enjoying her. She was like really fucking cool. Like I had a blast with her. I mean, the hitting the notes thing was always a pain in the ass, but she was really effective. So, and now you're just riding this fucking digital platform scooter all over the fucking place and just holding down the trigger. It's stupid. And there's the notes thing, and for some reason I can never fucking hit them, and they're the easiest thing ever. And I'm always going on cooldown. Like I think there might have been a bug, and they might have patched that since I've used her last. So we should probably start here. But I felt finger retarded. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's not that hard to hit the fucking notes, and for some reason they're always going on cooldown. What's the deal? You know? So I haven't used VSM forever. She's outplayed. Blair is fun for like 30 seconds. Freyna is one of the strongest, and look, I have her number 13 on my list. Because she's not really that effective in what is now the strongest content in the game, which is Axion. Because her ticks take 1 to 2 ticks before they pop. Easy, right? Inez is kind of boring. Haley's needs a major upgrade. Bunny's kind of boring too. So I have everything. You know what I mean? I'm level 40, everything. Master rank level 30. I have everything. Everything's leveled up. Everything. You know? Like, what do you do in the game now? You slaughter the content. It's the same content. That's just the problem, you know? I don't do any of this shit. I don't do any of this shit. So I do the purge, but the rewards suck. But I don't mind the challenge. I like the challenge, but the rewards suck. So you just go into Axiom Plains. This is the closest thing you have to an open world action simulator for the most part. Yeah, I hate her minigame too. It's just, it was fun for a minute, but you're focusing on that more than enjoying the fight. You know, if people are like, oh, it's a skill thing. It's not a fucking skill thing. This is not where I want to apply my skill. I don't want to apply it into, you know, playing Dance Off 2025. You know. But that's still why I like Sharon, because she's, what's her face? How do we summon things? Sorry, it's been a minute since I've played this game. I'm a daily player on this game, even with all my complaints. But since Borderlands 4 came out, you know what I mean? Like, it kind of put this game in the shadows. And it's made me realize how much, oh my God, this game needs so much. It made me realize how much of a baby this is. Okay, let's see. So this is just me holding down the trigger and everybody dies anyways. You know, like, what do I even need my buffs for? You know what I mean? Yeah, I just hold down the fucking trigger. Anyways, let's hit one of these buffs. Can we do it while I'm holding the trigger? Oops, I hit the wrong fucking button. And look, all my skills got disabled. Does that mean I hit it right or wrong? Oh, it's because I ran out of mana. Yay! And there's no mana on the floor. And she can't use her gun. So, like... Yeah, that's dumb. I might as well fucking quit. There's so many problems with what just happened, I can't even fucking begin to describe. So, by using your skills, you run out of fucking mana. Okay, and then this is what she does. She loves, all I'm doing is holding the trigger down. Like, I'm not doing anything fucking special. I'm not cool. I'm not good. You see how my skills keep going on cooldown? There we go. But you're supposed to be able to stack your skills, you know what I mean? So I'm obviously doing something wrong, but the way I'm doing it feels like it should be the way to do it, which is hold down the trigger, hit the button on the note. And this isn't very good. This looks good because I'm killing things and they're dying or whatever, but anybody can do that. So it looks like, oh man, what are you talking about, Tux? She fucking rocks. She's not, this is horrible. The fact that we're still here in this spot is a bad thing. The fact that we're still fighting them with the other Descendants, we'd be moved on to the next phase by now. And now I'm dead. I didn't even fucking survive. And so a part of that is because let me try to quit this before they kill me, which is really hard to do. This game. Trying to quit before they kill you is really hard. You have to like do this. You have to take off.
Let's go.
And so part of the problem is I'm focusing too much on, did I hit the buff? Did I get the buff? Did I get the buff? Am I not? You're supposed to be able to stack your buffs, right? Combos. And instead I was getting cooldowns, and I'm trying to figure out why I'm getting cooldowns. And I'm always on this fucking scooter. I don't want to be on this stupid digital stage. You know what I mean? I mean, I like that she's dancing and stuff like that, but I don't know. Part-time on this thing, okay. And it doesn't even push down enemies. I mean, at least give us that thing. So you're focusing on hitting those notes so much that you're getting hit by enemies at the same time. You're surrounded, and her time to kill isn't that great. Yeah, so it's just like, where before, the thing is why she was so strong before is because she hits at a 360, right? Like before her thing would go out in a 360 with a huge fucking radius. One tapping everybody was one tapped.
Descendant, a large cluster of breach creatures has been detected in the area.
Okay, well, let me try to cook this again. See that? You can't fucking quit. You know what other thing really makes me mad? Is when you're in Void Axion Purge. Or whatever it's called. Void Erosion Purge. That's the one. And you know, you're trying to get a really good time and you fail maybe early. You can't fucking restart. There's no restart button. You got to go loading screen out back to home base, load screen back to in after you select a mission. You know, it's just like, why is it so hard to hit restart? It's a fucking solo PvE game. Jesus Christ. Okay, let's switch out of this because she just makes me mad. So my point though about her is that she kind of made me put this game to rest.
Descendant,
because I was like, she was such a disappointing character and there's no content. It's like, so I farmed her and then it's just like, now I'm just what? You know, gonna go play the same content that I've been beating the shit out of for the last several months with the character I don't like. You know, that fucking sucks. It's like they took her problems and they made them worse. Okay.
Descendant. A large cluster of breach creatures has been detected in the area. Breach creature response confirmed.
But I like where the game's going, though. Believe me, I don't know, despite all my complaints. You know, it's just taking a really long time to get there. You know, I love the character design. I love the skills. The shooting's great. The movement's fantastic. I mean, there's games with better movement, so I think there's some work to be done. But I do really like the character design. I'm not talking about the sexy stuff, although that's cool too. I'm talking about like the skills and how dynamic they are and stuff like that. I think they should have started out more like, I think they probably got really too ambitious. You know, because they're the Warframe program, right? That's what they're after. But maybe they should have started out with even less Descendants and just really focused in on it. And then they could have got, because isn't that how Warframe was, right? You have like basically 3 Warframes that the game launched with. Probably the original 3. I don't know, I wasn't there for launch, but
Focus special assault ship identified.
maybe 1 or 2 ultimates of them, right? Of those originals. And so that way they could have got the balance done. So some of the things the game's been challenged with is balancing the Descendants. So there's so many of them that it's caused like some serious challenges. I think they should have focused like at launch on higher quality on pure Descendants. That and the fact the game shouldn't have launched. I'm pretty adamant on that belief. You know what I mean? Like, I think the game wasn't ready to launch. So they had a really good game and it got really good reception because people loved the idea. I mean, who doesn't love sex stuff, right? It's cool. It is. It's a better Warframe. I mean, I hate Warframe's art design. I think it's the shittiest art design I've ever seen in a game. Fucking, they all look like vaginas. You know? I'm not saying vaginas are bad looking. I'm just saying, like, I don't know why I have to say this, but I do. You know, I gotta be PC here, right? But, like, I mean, I just don't want my character to look like one. Just like I don't want my character to look like a penis. You know what I mean? Is that weird to say? Just saying. Just saying. So, I mean, but the game's cool. It's just, talk about Warframe now. But, you know, some people, it's always a thing in people's mind, do I want to play a game so old? And it's not because it's old, but it's because, god damn, the player base is so far ahead of me, right? And on top of that, the game is relatively complicated. That's one of those games, man, like, they need a reset. I don't know what they're fucking thinking. Now, thank God they're coming up with Soulframe. But, I mean, the game actually has amazing fucking numbers, right? So, you know, if it's not broken, right, don't fix it. But the challenge being that they want more new players, and so many people abandoned the game. I abandoned the game. You know? And we abandoned it because it's just like, oh my god, this game is really cool, but look at all this shit I gotta do and learn. Oh, it's exhausting just looking at it, you know? But it is such a good game work, man. It's like probably top 3 or 4 best looter shooters all time. And it's not really a looter. I mean, it's not really a shooter. It's more like Space Ninja, right? There's guns though. So yeah, so the challenge being like they could have gotten over that challenge just by resetting the game, meaning like coming out with a Warframe 2, right? They just keep creating expansions. The expansions are part of what makes it fucking overwhelming and confusing. Because I look at those expansions and be like, which one's current? Which one's a DLC? Which one's a, you know, I don't even know. There's so many of them. Wherever here, there's always some dude.
With conviction.
Is it glitching out of me, or is there a dude alive? Light there, but where's my audio? Another guy, but this shouldn't be just holding it up. Apparently he is.
Detection target nearby. I'll guide you to the location. Descendant, requesting takedown of enemy assault ship.
Yeah, nothing really to do. I like the trigger mods though. I mean, they make things interesting, and there's so much more they can do with them. I mean, I wish some of the concepts worked better. Like, they were a game changer for Lepic. Because now his AoE skills, like, I mean, it ticks at 1,000,000. So this game might just be a slow burn, right? It might be just like the Warframe was too. It was really poorly receptive. They had a hard time fundraising for the game. We follow the history of that game. It's just the story. It's a really good idea, and they went to some big publishers who rejected it. So they decided to just do it on their own. And I think they eventually got bought out. But that game big pushy brain
primary
below
tactical objective confirmed in Operation Zone. Please take it out.
Well, I can't jump that high. Full arcade jacket, I think, is really cool. I use it on Sharon, and it's pretty fucking sick. Is that the one that I use? TGIF, Reaper, if I didn't say that already. Let's see here. Full arcade jacket said one I use. Let's see here. When reloading MP next to the magazine. No, the MP one sucks. The MP one, I mean, there's just no MP left, man. I think it's the other one. The other handgun one. Hollow points. The one that gives you a little bit of recoil. Man, this thing fucking hurts. The enemies. And it's nice because Sharon's invisible, so she just goes point blank with that perforator. It just goes pack, pack, pack. Yeah, I mean, I don't love action, but it's better than the other things, I guess, but... Yeah. And then you try things like... Shit. It's open world-esque, right? It's open world-esque. Ah, fucking spider. Oh, get off my mic, spider. Spider literally landed on my microphone. Fucking spider. Where'd you go, bro? There you are, you little fucker. Get off! God damn it. I don't have anything to kill this spider. Where are you? Something. Sorry, I got a fucking spider invading my microphone. That's not my voice, that's a spider's voice. Get out of here, fucker. He won't leave either. I'm trying to get to him, but I have all these, like, you know, attachments on my microphone, so he's like hiding in the cracks. I guess. I don't know where he is now, but fuck, I lost him. He's somewhere in my mic. Oh, there you are, you fucker. I saw the glimpse of you. Where'd you go? I don't know where the fuck he went. So yeah, it's just kind of disappointing because, like, you know, didn't you play games like Borderlands 4? And I know the game is so much more mature. I know. But like, it's just like, it makes you think, hey, I'm not a game developer, but it's not that hard to figure out, like, when you're playing a looter shooter, like, what are some fucking things you need? You know? And a really good open world is the right way to make a looter shooter in my mind, you know? And I think even Warframe figured that out, like, because they eventually added it, right? But that game could be so much better if it had a true open world. They do have some open world, but it's limited. Nuke the site, I know. I'm like all paranoid. Oh, there you are, you fucker. Oh, that's not him, that's Lynch. What do you want with my mic? All right, well, we got 10 minutes until the show starts, so we're getting there. Yeah, so you'll see the problem with Axion is it's all basically the same fucking thing. So you can go over here and do this mission, but it's the same thing as the mission we just fucking did, just a different layout. You know? And so really, and then there's missions you skip. So they added these missions like this one over here. I skip that one. I don't ever do that one. I never do this one because they get boring, you know? And so the crater's fun because at least it's fucking... condensed, I guess is the best way to put it. I haven't used this dude in a while. You know, I did the entire action when Axion launched. I did the entire thing with this guy.
Descendant, a large cluster of breach creatures is
Pretty
detected
fucking
in the
sick.
area. Breach creatures multiplying. There must be a colony.
Caught off guard. Assault turret activated.
The explosion on move is actually a big deal.
Operating assault turret.
So you might not be able to see some of the animations, but like, because I have someone turned off.
Longest special assault ship identified.
But it's got this kind of like the vortex gravity thing. So when you displace your turrets, it actually sucks up the enemies. You see that? How it sucks them all up? That's really badass.
It looks like Legion of Breach troops.
Basically ramping up your RPMs.
Descendant, I picked up a mutant material formation signal in the skies nearby.
And they just instantly fucking die. But who doesn't in this game?
Bogus special assault ship identified. Picking up void mutant signals. Be careful. Bogus special assault ship spotted.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, he's pretty cool. He's definitely more fun than
Requesting takedown enemy assault ship.
Warning. Large-scale dimensional. Please evacuate the area out of range of the siren. Or vacate the colonial site.
yeah, so I have explosions turned on, so you can't see them. And that's another weird thing about the game, don't you guys think? Like, it sucks to have all these really cool special effects, but you turn them off because it decreases your gameplay performance. I don't mean your hardware performance. I mean like you can't hit headshots because you can't see the fucking enemies. That's what's gonna bother me about the game. Like, they're so cool to see those explosions, but
Assault turret activated. Summoning turret. Come at me.
Breach follower squad approaching in encircling formation. Spawn immediately.
yeah, but I think they nailed it with him.
Bogus special assault
He could be
ship
a
spotted.
tad bit faster.
Turret engaged.
Yeah, did you notice that sanitization is like a perma flashbang too? In the Division 2?
Primary tactical objective confirmed in Operation Zone. Please take it out.
Turret engaged. Bring it. Turret activated. Assault turret activated. Summon assault turret.
All right, let's get ready for the live stream. How do you do that? This way? Move to all, yeah. Still paranoid about the spider. I know he's hiding there, ready to pounce on my face. Okay, turn off the game audio. So we should just have browser audio now. Yeah, looking pretty. Let's hope for some good news. I am so yeah, things to look forward to are a new dungeon. So finally more content. Let's hope it's fucking good. Either way, it's not so much that they don't deliver new content, it's that it's not fast enough, you know? And so we're so starving for content, we get it and then we destroy the shit out of it, and then there's like 3 months or a month until the next content. And so there's like nothing to do for the next 3 weeks, right? So it's like this vicious cycle. They somehow have to get ahead of that. How do you get ahead of that, you know? I mean, one thing is don't create the fucking lounge. That's a good idea. So the next mission's supposed to be an axiom. Or what did they call that? The Void Vessel. Sorry, not axiom. The Void Vessel. Do we get a new boss here, or do we get Yujin here? We might get Yujin here too. Look at that, I'm back just in time. The comments are funny. You should see these comments. People are like, please be a Gunner-free update. An update for real players. I know, right? Buff Haley. Buffy Nez. Screw Inez, man. If you're still playing with Inez, you're on the wrong fucking planet. But Haley needs a buff. I mean, there's people literally running around in fucking panties and no bra in the game.
Hello, Descendants. Yeah, we got some sound over here, but Jason here, community manager for the first Descendant. As mentioned earlier, today we're broadcasting live, not from our studio, but right here at our booth at the Tokyo Game Show. 예, 안녕하세요. 버스 디센던트 커뮤니티 매니저 제이슨입니다.
He's not very loud, is he?
말씀드린 대로 오늘은 저희가 그 스튜디오가 아닌 저희 도쿄 게임 스토어 현장에서 이렇게 라이브 방송을 진행하겠습니다. Now the reason we're doing a broadcast in the Tokyo Game Show is to show our booth over here, right at the back of me.
He's not loud,
who
so
is
you know.
watching.
So.
Oh, and soon after our
I'm
live
cranking
broadcast
him up.
here is over, we will be transitioning to our September Dev Live.
So hopefully it
to
doesn't blow up our
showcase
ears.
all the new content coming in our October update.
So what do you guys
please
think of
stay
the
tuned
new,
until the end. 예, 그래서 이렇게 저희가 TGS에서 방송을 하게 된
Collaboration.
이유는
It's the Bayonetta
다름 아닌
girl, who I never
버스
knew who she
샌더스
was.
부스를 소개해드리기 위해서입니다.
How did they not do
부스를
Stellar
안내하는
Blade?
방송이 종료되면 저희 그 10월에 새로운 콘텐츠를 안내하는 9월 데브 라이브 또한 진행이 될 예정이니 끝까지 시청 부탁드리겠습니다. So, if you see right behind me, 예, 그래서 저기 뒤로 보시면 we have the hoverbike Vortex and Ultimate Bunny as well. 예,
That's
그래서
pretty sick.
호버바이크 이 볼텍스와 이 얼티밋 버니가 이렇게 함께
I like the live
있습니다.
format that they're doing here. It's cool.
Wow. So as you know, the Vortex is the fastest of the hover bikes. 이 호버바이크에서 가장 빠른 이 볼텍스와 얼티밋 버니까지
This guy's got a hard
함께
job,
있으니
huh?
정말 게임에서
English
그대로
and
나온 것
Korean.
같습니다. So looking at Ultimate Bunny and
Honestly,
the hover
bust
bike,
out some
really
Russian.
looks like they just came out of the game. Wow. So we hope that many
Yeah, that'd be
descendants
cool if we
who
can go guns akimbo.
attended the TGS
I think it's just a skin,
come to
though.
our booth, take a lot of pictures, and enjoy all of this over here. Now, let's move on to
unless you
our
think
next
that's a real thing. Do you think it's a
section
real thing?
slowly, which is the lounge. Yeah, and at our lounge, we have our Ultimate Luna and our new collaboration, Bayonetta, as well.
He just
Wow.
kind of like, oh yeah, here's Luna.
Really, I mean, just looking at this,
Poor Luna.
at the lounge, the Vortex, everything.
They
looks
just
like
stand
they
there all
just-
fucking day,
this
right?
whole place is the first Descendant itself. 예, 그래서 이렇게 얼티밋 루나와 이 또 새로운 이 콜라보인 베요네타까지 이렇게 보니까 정말 여기 자체가 버스 디센던트가 아닐까
We used to have
하는 생각이 들
booth babes,
정도로
too.
너무나 잘
I
구현이
used to
되어
manage
있습니다.
this kind of shit.
So
It
if
was
you're
so
attending
stressful,
TGS,
bro.
please, our team has done a fantastic
So
job
stressful.
in making all of this together. So please come, take a lot of pictures.
I would do everything.
Look at
Design it
Ultimate
all.
Luna,
I'd have to
Bayonetta,
design it all.
and Ultimate Bunny as well. So let's move on
Every
to
little
our
element.
next section.
Then complete experience.
예,
Then work
그래서
with the
이제
vendors to build
천천히
it.
좀 이동을 해볼 텐데. Oh,
Ship
and
it, all the
it turns
logistic
out
shit.
that Ultimate Bunny is
Trade shows
now
are
riding
really
the hoverbike.
expensive,
예,
man.
그래서 아까와 달리
Really
이렇게
expensive.
이번에는 얼티밋 버니가 호버바이크에 직접 탑승을 해 있습니다.
You know what Bayonetta
This
is? I
itself,
don't. Why am I the
really,
only dork that doesn't
as,
know it?
As we're playing, through the whole our gameplay, we play like this on our hoverbikes, and yeah, this itself is another feature that looks like it came out of the first Descendant. Yeah, 그래서 오시면 이런 것들도 볼 수
It's
있고.
actually on it, huh?
So moving on to our gameplay zone over here. 예, 그래서 게임플레이 좀 쉬운 존으로 천천히 이동을 좀 해보겠습니다.
They should have
and it
people
turns
here.
out there are already 2 people playing at our gameplay zone.
Already
who
two,
are
huh?
they? Let me just see who they are and maybe proceed with.
They should
an
have this
interview.
crowded.
그래서
They should show
이분이
energy
계신데
here.
한번 인터뷰
That'd be
한번
the
좀
marketing,
진행을 해보려고
better
합니다.
And then the
실례지만
devs could go
잠깐 시간
upstairs because I
괜찮을까요?
think there might be a second
Excuse
story,
me.
and that's where they can
Oh,
do the interviews.
And it turns out it was our producer and director over
Me
here.
too, Day-Day.
또 두
I'm
분이
all about
여기
swords,
계셨군요.
man.
네, 소개 한번 부탁드립니다.
I use Sharon. She's already kind of got a sword, so I don't know if it'll be that fun on
Hello, this
her,
is
but I'm hoping so
producer
because
of
she's
First
the
Descendant,
predator,
Bungeon Lee.
invisible.
안녕하세요. 퍼스트 디센던트 디렉터
Sharon's my
주민석입니다.
girl.
Hello, this is director of the First Descendant, 민석주. 또 이 두 분이 여기 계셨는데 I heard this place was the gameplay zone where players who attend the TGS can come here and enjoy the first Descendant. 근데 이 공간이 좀 시연존이라 들었는데 어떤 걸 할 수 있는지 좀 디렉터님 소개 한번 부탁드리겠습니다.
네, 오늘 TGS 시연존에서는요 퍼스트 디센던트를 이번에 TGS에 오셔서 처음 하시는 분들을 위해서 시즌 3 돌파 데모를 준비를 했습니다. 해서 오셔서 참여하시기만 해도 나가실 때 다양한 굿즈를 선물로 받을 수 있거든요.
The chat is wild.
만약에 아직 퍼스트
People are
디센던트를 안 해보신 분들이 있다면
Here's a
TGS에
comment.
오셔서 많이
No
참여해
nerf,
주시길
buff
바랍니다.
everything,
굿즈
even their
소개는
asses.
저희 제이슨님에게.
Yeah, so in this zone, we made it so that players who
People are
haven't played the
typing,
game
"Rest
yet
in peace,
can enjoy
Warframe."
the breakthrough demo for about
Yeah,
15
no.
minutes. So if you're visiting TGS and haven't played our game yet, please come to our booth and take a try. And when you play the breakthrough demo here, we have lots of goods that can be obtained, which I'll
Well,
be
swords won't
sharing
need
over
mana,
here.
so there's that.
So moving on.
They're gonna have some sort of ammo, I
Yeah,
suspect,
so
or a
by
cooldown feature.
participating in events and playing our game at the booth, players can receive this acrylic diorama featuring Ultimate Bunny, Ultimate Luna,
Like Borderlands
and the Vortex,
has
along
their-
with this
they have
traveling bag,
unlimited
stickers,
ordnance.
and a fan
Unlimited.
as well. And I'm
Which is
sure,
a really
그래서 이
cool idea. I
현장에서
love that.
이벤트와
I love that.
시연 등을 좀 참여하시면
There's just
이렇게
cooldowns,
Ultimate
but you can
Bunny와
manipulate the
Ultimate
cooldowns
Luna,
with mods.
볼텍스가 있는 아크릴 디오라마와
And so they have
샤프링 펜과
mods,
스티커 그리고 부채 등을
or
모두
I guess you
얻을
would
수
call
있습니다.
them
But I'm sure
features. What would you call
most
them
of you watching
in the game?
won't be able to
Skills,
attend the Tokyo Game Show.
brand
그런데
attributes,
아마도
bonuses,
이
bonuses.
방송
That's the
보시는
word.
대부분의 분들은
They're bonus
이
attributes
도쿄 게임 쇼 현장에서
where
참여하시기 어려울 것
the grenade
같아요.
will spawn
So
more
for those
grenades
players, we
as you
are
use it.
also
So you use it,
running a
it'll spawn
retweet
another
event
grenade.
on
You can
X,
use it, it'll spawn another
where we're
grenade.
giving
You can
away
use it.
these goods over here. So for more information, please check our official channels. 예, 그래서 아마 이 참여 못 하시는 분들을 위해서
Yeah, I'm
이번에
really
저희가
curious on how the
X
swords are gonna
통해
work
가지고
too.
리트윗 이벤트를 진행 중입니다. 그래서 해당 이벤트 통해서
It'd be interesting
여기
if they were
있는
cooldown
굿즈들을 얻을 수 있는
based, like you
기회를
pull it out and
주시니
if you use
꼭
it,
한번
you
확인해
have it,
보시기
but if you put it
바랍니다.
away, it goes on
예,
cooldown.
그럼 다시 한번 저희 프로듀서님과 디렉터님께 돌아가 보겠습니다. So I'm going to return to our producer and director. And wow!
Yeah.
It turns out they're
Katana!
already holding the swords, which is one of the main updates of our
What are Korean
October
swords
update.
like?
예,
Are they more
그래서
like Chinese
이또
swords or
슈어
Japanese swords?
업데이트의 핵심이 검인데, 두 분은 벌써 준비가 되셨네요.
They
이 또
ship
검에
weapons
대한
across
혹시 생각을 좀 들어보고 싶은데.
international borders.
10월 1일 검 업데이트 많이 기대해 주십시오.
Swords are coming October 1st. Please look forward to that.
I am.
자세한
4
내용은
days.
잠시
I'm
후에
logging in.
데브라이브에서
And I'm gonna play the
공개하도록
shit out of it, like I
So,
always
for more
do.
information, please stick to our Dev
I
Live,
hope it keeps
which
me-
will be coming after this broadcast. 예, 그렇습니다. 아주 너무 좋습니다. So, this concludes our Tokyo Game Show booth introduction. Oh, and as a token of our
We need
appreciation
ordinance
for
too,
watching
right,
today's
Dede?
broadcast,
We need
will be
some,
sharing coupons that include in-game rewards. The coupon code
We need some
is
grenades and shit in this game.
TFD0927
Or throwing knives,
DevLive,
like-
DEVLIVE. I repeat, TFD 0927 DevLive. And be sure to enter the coupons and claim your rewards by tomorrow. Next up, the Dev Live stream will begin. And during our Dev Live, actually, we're going to have a second coupon
making
code
me anxious
that will be
too.
provided that includes also various rewards as well. The 2 coupon codes provided will be displayed on a screen after our Dev Live stream ends.
should have had
so please
watermelons
stay
to
tuned
cut.
until the end.
These
예.
dudes need to get wild, man.
이것으로 저희 좀 도쿄 게임쇼 부스 소개를 마치겠는데요. 오늘 방송을 시청해주신 감사의 의미로 저희가 인게임 보상을 얻을 수 있는 쿠폰을 공유해드리겠습니다.
Did you ever watch that,
쿠폰 코드는 TFD
that live series called
0927
Forged in
데브라이브,
Fire?
TEVLIVE.
Snipers coming in with the raid?
다시 한번 말씀드리면 TFD
What up,
0927
Snipes?
데브라이브고요. 이 다양한 보상을 얻을 수 있으니 꼭 내일까지
Am I gonna have
쿠폰
to
입력하시고
do a little
보상
shout out to
받아가시기
you? I think
바랍니다.
so.
바로 이어서 저희 데브라이브가 진행될 예정인데요. 이 데브라이브에서도 두 번째 쿠폰 코드가 저희가 제공해드릴 예정이니 꼭 끝까지 시청 부탁드립니다. 이 방금 말씀드린 코드와 두 번째 쿠폰 코드 모두 데브라이브 종료되면 그 화면을 통해서 저희가 보여드릴 예정이니까 끝까지 시청 부탁드립니다.
Sniper Elite,
그러면
Sniper
이제
playing Sniper Elite, right on.
Let's move on to something I'm sure most of you
Be
are
sure to
looking
give
forward
Snipes
to,
a little
which is our
follow,
September Dev
maybe a
Live
sub.
showing new content coming in October. 예, 그래서 아마 많은 분들이 기대하실 저희 9월 데브 라이브로 이제 좀 이동을 해봐야 될 것 같은데 어떻게 이대로 그냥 서울로 가시겠습니까?
네, 서울로 한번 순간 이동해 볼까요?
데브라이브 바로 출발하시죠.
Okay, we're gonna move to our studio in Korea, maybe by teleporting. So we'll see you guys in our
Really?
September Dev Live, which will be coming right away. 예, 그럼 바로 이동하겠습니다. Thank you for watching today's broadcast, and we'll see everyone in the Dev Live. Thank you.
Oh, so that was pre-recorded? So confused what just happened. Is that a man in the middle? It might be a man.
Wow, just in a blink of an eye, we've made it back to our studio in Korea and are ready to
My bad,
proceed
Daniel.
with our September Dev Live. Hello again, I'm Jason, community manager for the first Descendant. Our producer and director seem to have arrived safely as well. Guys, please say hello to our Descendants. 예, 그래서 이렇게 순식간에 이 스튜디오로 와서 9월 데브 라이브를 진행해 보려고 합니다. 다시 한번 인사드립니다. 퍼스트 디센던트 커뮤니티 매니저 제이슨입니다. 저희 PD님과 디렉터님 모두 안전하게 함께 오셨는데요. 다시 한번
They should have had a trans bunny.
Hello, this is Bumjun Lee.
That'd have been hilarious.
10월 업데이트 소식을 전해.
There would have been so much fucking hate. Or would there have been?
As Jason mentioned, we're
I don't know what
quickly
you're
moved
into.
to our studio to share news on the updates coming in October.
네, 안녕하세요. 주민석입니다.
Hello, this is Minseok Ju.
예, 사실 지금은 TGS 일주일 전이어서요. 사전
네.
준비된 테스트 빌드를 통해서 오늘 시연을 보여드릴 건데 미완성된 상태여서 시연을 보여드리면서 미완성된 부분 보여드리는 점 좀 양해 부탁드리겠습니다.
It's actually 1 week before the Tokyo Game Show, so please understand that the build you will be seeing today is in development and not the final build.
I'm turning up their volume,
Yeah,
so
new
let me know if it
content
ends up blowing
updates
your ears out.
coming next week are just as important as the Tokyo Game Show.
You don't like that, Dark?
I imagine many of you have been waiting for it, so let me.
There's gonna be
introduce
one
those
trans
contents
descendant in the
right away.
future.
예, 그래서 10월 업데이트도 아마 많은 분들이 기다리셨을 것 같은데 바로 목차부터 소개해드리겠습니다. So swords are finally being released. The Shadow and Deus Ex Manus swords will be added to the game, and new models and external components that are specific to swords will also be added to the game as well. And we're also getting a new zone to the Void Vessel, which is the medium-sized facility zone. We'll explain more details when showing our game build. 예, 그래서 드디어 검이 출시가 됩니다. 그래서 그림자 및 데우스 엑스 마누스 검이 추가가 되고요. 이 검 전용 모듈과 외장 부품 세트
What do we need
등도
from the
함께
Void Vessel?
추가될
Maybe the
예정입니다.
swords are farmable in
그리고
there. I
보이드
bet you that's what it's going to
베슬에는
be.
이 중규모 설비 구역이 새롭게 추가가
I bet you
되고요.
the swords will be
자세한
in there.
내용은 저희 게임 빌드 시연과 함께 설명을 드리도록 하겠습니다. And additionally, new trigger modules will be added along with a new Void Abyss intercept battle named the Lava Citadel, and the 4-player Field Colossus Executioner will be added as well. And we'll also cover various QOL updates, including skins and balance up changes, all coming October 1st. So please stay tuned until the end. 예, 그래서
A sword
신규
external
트리거
component
모듈도
set sounds
추가가
interesting.
되고, 이 심층부 요격전 라바 시타델과 이 4인 필드 거신인 엑세큐셔너도 새롭게 업데이트될 예정입니다. 이 10월 1일에 추가될 스킨과 밸런스를 비롯한 각종 그런 QOL 업데이트 또한 안내드릴 예정이니 끝까지 시청 부탁드리겠습니다. Alright, then let's take a look at the sword, something probably many
Yeah.
of you have been eagerly anticipating. And ever since it was revealed, I think many players were
Awesome
very curious
outfit.
about how it worked. And currently, our Descendants, they're actually just dealing damage with guns and skills. And adding this new sword to the game, it really makes me wonder how this is going to be used. 예,
That's good. I'm just
많은
kidding, Dede.
분들이 기대하시는
I'm just kidding, for
화면에
sure.
딱 보이고 있는데 이거에 대해서 좀 살펴보도록 하겠습니다. 그래서 현재 저희가 좀 총과
So it's going in the
스킬로만
weapon
이
slot.
데미지를 주는 상황인데 또 검이 어떻게
They should have just
운영될지
created a
굉장히
fourth weapon.
궁금합니다.
네, 지난 팍스이스트 때 검을 공개한 이후로 개발팀에서도 많은
She's holding it
개발을 진행했습니다. 그래서 여러분이 궁금해하시는 내용들도 읽어봤는데요. 오늘 테스트 빌드를 통해서 하나씩 보여드리도록 하겠습니다. 그럼 디렉터님 한번
She
보여주실래요?
kind of looks like she's
Yes,
wearing a
so after
kimono.
announcing the
But I
sword
think that
at
might be the
PAX
robe,
East, the
right?
development team have been working diligently while carefully considering many aspects. We've also read about
We need a
what
sexy
our players
Konomo.
are curious about, so we'll be
Konomo?
sharing
Am I saying that
information
right?
through our test
Kono-
notes. So, director, shall we begin?
네, 그럼 그림자 검부터 설명을 드리도록 하겠습니다.
So moving on to swords, let me begin with the shadow sword.
지금 선택한 계승자는 글레이네요.
네.
스킨 그거 아니에요? 애프터 샤워?
네.
So you've chosen clay, right? I mean, the skin seems to be after a shower, which is a bit
아주 잘
unexpected.
어울리네, 근데.
네.
It looks good on her.
네, 이렇게 염색해두면 약간 도복 같은 느낌이 들어서 검이랑 잘 어울려서.
Yeah, to
이렇게
see
준비를
interesting to see the
했습니다.
swords can synergize with their
Dyeing it makes it
abilities,
like a
right?
uniform
She's got unlimited
as well
ammo.
with the
How's that
sword.
gonna go with the
혹시 뭐
sword? We'll see.
탄약 때문에 감각증대 쓰려고
Kimono,
블레이
thank you,
선택한 게
David.
아닌가
I felt like that was
생각하실지도
coming out wrong.
모르겠는데요.
Kinomo? I
그림자는
was saying that wrong.
충격탄을 소모하기 때문에 글레이가 아니어도 활용할 수 있는
Yeah,
검입니다.
Blade 2.0 will be
You might think
sick
I
with
chose
him.
Glade due to ammunition and to use increased sensory. However, the Shadow Sword consumes stun rounds, so it's a sword that can be utilized by other Descendants as well. And well,
Consumes
speaking
stun
of
rounds.
ammo, let me ask this: Can players
So it's
still,
ammo-based.
like swing the sword like that after running out of ammo? 그래서 방금 좀 이렇게 휘두르신 것처럼, 근데 만약에 이게 탄약이
it's
없으면
using
그렇게
ammo, that's
휘두를
weird.
수가 있나요?
It's weird.
검은 총과 달리 공격을 탄약이 없어도 공격을 할 수가 있는데요. 다만 탄약이 있을 때만 이렇게 연속기가 발동이 되고요.
It should have a
탄약이 없을
degrading
때는 연속기가
capability. There's a
발동되지
game that
않는
does
그런
that.
방식입니다.
Yeah, they can still swing it, but they won't be able to activate combos.
네, 일단 기본 공격부터 한번 보시죠. 네, 이게 지금 보여드리는 이 장면이 기본 공격입니다.
Wow. Yeah, so let me begin by showing the basic attack.
이렇게 공격 중에 구르기를 하거나
So you-
공격 중에 스킬을
I guess that means you can still do
바로
damage.
자연스럽게 다른 액션으로 연계할 수
You said you could still
있고요.
swing, but there's a difference
So
between
players
swinging
can
and doing
naturally
damage.
transition into other actions during attacks by rolling or using skills.
네,
look
검도 총기처럼
fucking great,
고유
though, don't
능력을
they?
가지는데요. 그림자의 고유 능력은 이렇게 돌진해서 적을 베는 그림자 배기.
Yes.
Like firearms, swords have unique abilities,
that's
and the Shadow's unique
badass.
ability is Shadow Slash, which dashes forward to slash enemies.
Oh my
검의
god,
고유
that's
능력은
sick.
조준 버튼으로
That's sick.
사용할 수가 있습니다.
So the sword's unique ability can be activated by using the aim button. But right now, the sword's attack speed, it kind of feels a bit sluggish. But I guess by, setting the modules, it will let us attack faster, right? 그래서 이게 검의 공격 속도가 이게 살짝 좀 답답해 보이긴 하거든요. 근데 역시 좀 모듈을 세팅하고 하면은 좀
Yeah,
빠르게
ammo.
공격을
Well,
할
we'll
수
see how that. Yeah,
저
I'm not a
정도는
big fan of that either. There's some games where like the weapon degrades over
역시
time.
검 역시 모듈과 옵션 그리고 코어 세팅으로 공격 속도를 극대화하거나 효율적인
It's a tough
빌드를
one for
구축할
this
수가
game, right?
있는데요. 지금 이게 풀 속도를 땡긴 검입니다.
That's much faster, yeah.
네, 이제 이 탄이 없는 장면이네요. 지금 탄약이 없으면 이렇게.
So no ammo on the screen. So through modules, options, and core settings, players can maximize the attack speed or build other efficient setup for the swords.
Do they crit? Is it critting? I don't
많이
see a
빨라요.
crit, but that might just be Glade setup.
네, 그리고 검을 사용하는 중에는 보조 공격 대신에 이렇게 방어를 사용할 수가 있는데요. 방어 중에는 데미지를 경감시키면서 적에게 근접할 수 있는 이 검의 공통 능력입니다.
Also, while using the sword, players can use defense, like getting that sword up, like instead of the sub attacks. This is a common ability of swords that lets players absorb damage while closing in on the enemies. Yeah,
That's cool.
Really looking forward to seeing various builds that will come with swords. And before moving on to the Deus Ex Machina sword, let's take a look at the skins for the Shadow. I heard that an advanced weapon skin will be added to the sword. 그래서 데우스 엑스 마누스로 좀 넘어가기 전에 이 그림자의 스킨도 살펴보면 좋을 것 같은데요. 이번 검에는 약간 상급의 그런 무비 스킨이 추가된다고 해서 많이 기대가 됩니다.
네, 먼저 동양의 검을 모티브로 한
that's
상검
nice.
스킨 무사도. 네. 고요. 글레이
The original design is good too, though. But I like that.
랑 잘 어울리는데
It's old
슬리퍼에 자꾸 눈길이 갔어요. 그거 아니면 되게 잘 어울린다 하려는데 자꾸 저 슬리퍼가 그래 보여. 네, 그래서 아무튼 이 의도죠?
네.
Yeah. So first up is the Way of the Warrior, a long sword skin inspired by Eastern swords, and it fits perfectly with Glay.
Yeah, they
over
could have
there,
given it
but
a stamina
the
bar,
producer
too.
said that he keeps on looking at those slippers over there. But it looks like the director had this in mind from the start.
네, 더 무사 같아 보이긴 하네요. 이번에는 좀 다른 스킨. 바로 이제 초월 등급. 처음으로 소개하게 되는, 처음으로 등장하는 초월 등급 스킨인 조화와
That's
균형입니다.
tight.
So this is the first Transcendent skin that's coming out, and this is something that I really want to show
Transcendent
to
skin.
everyone.
Wow.
Harmony and balance.
이 기존의 무기 스킨이 외형만 바꾸는
If it's gonna be a transcendent skin, it should give it an ability.
이펙트랑 사운드까지
These need trans mods.
변경을 해주는 스킨이에요.
That's what
처음
these
나오는
needs.
방식의 스킨이라고 할 수 있는데요. 좀 보여주실래요?
So while existing weapon skins only change the weapon's appearance, Transcendent tier weapon skins also alter the effects and sounds. So director, you so often attack.
Oh, that's
네, 아까
badass.
파란색이었는데
It's purple.
네, 검은색 테두리가 있는 보라색으로 바뀌었네요. 네.
Yeah, so the effects originally blue toned have changed to black and purple. Like
네.
that.
그리고 요게 사운드가 최종이 아니죠.
네, 맞습니다. 네.
맞아요. 지금 빌드가 여기 사운드가 최종이 아니고 여기서 좀 더 바뀔 예정이라고 합니다. 그래서 여기 드린 것처럼 이펙트하고 효과음이 네, 요 스킨을 착용하면 변경돼요.
That might make gameplay more engaging if you go all in on swords and handguns. You know what I mean?
With this new skin, the effects and the sound effects all change after.
Because it's just so the game can get so boring when you're just running around
It is really cool. I mean,
launching the
skins
same
that
skill
change
with one
effects
button over and over
are
again.
truly captivating. So, will this be sold in the
I
store
hope they
as well?
expand on
그래서
combos,
이
you know, making like this
효과가
really
달라서
where you can go like
정말로
really in depth
인상적이고
with combos
매력적이네요.
on mobs.
이것도 그러면 상점에서 구한다고 생각하면 될까요?
이게 아까 처음에 보여드린
Like
무사도 스킨을
throw the
상점에서
sword
바로
in
구매할
one
수가
enemy's
있는데요.
forehead, go and
이
retrieve it and
초월급인
slash everybody
조화
around
균형은
him.
조금 다른 방식으로 네, 판매를 해보려고 합니다. 이 부분은 뒤에 추가로 설명을 드릴게요.
So Way of the Warrior can be purchased directly
Hot
from
Tua,
the
the
store,
motherfucker.
but Harmony and Balance over there, that will be sold in a different way, and I'll explain this part in more detail a bit later.
That's sick.
Got it. So let's
I'm
move on to
excited.
the next sword, Deus Ex Manus. And Deus Ex Manus, what a unique name. I heard it's modeled after a figure named Manus. So this sword must be like the god born from Manus, I guess. Yeah. I wonder what abilities it possesses to earn such a name. 예, 그래서 다음 검인 데우스 엑스 마누스로 넘어가 볼 텐데 이 이름이 좀 독특하죠. 또 어떤 능력을 갖췄길래 이런 이름을 가지게 됐을지 정말 궁금합니다.
잘 어울리는 것 같아요.
네.
아주 스팀은 아까 인벤토리에서도
You need to find the smallest descendant and give her the biggest sword. That's how this works.
데우스 엑스 마누스는 제 애정 캐릭터이자 한이설인 캐릭터인 에이젝스로 한번 시연을
예전 캐릭터 아닌 것 같아 한번 봐도 밸런스를 보니까 예전 캐릭터 아닌 것
Yeah,
같아.
so let me demonstrate Deus Ex Manus with Ajax, my favorite character, and one that brings lots of emotion.
네, 뭐
Yeah,
에이젝스랑
lag
맞춰서
in the
가져온 건요. 뭐 다른
testing
이유는
range.
없고요. 육중한 대겸이 에이젝스와 잘 어울려서 가져왔습니다. 네.
So no other reason, it just set this massive great sword over there that suits Ajax perfectly. And yeah, I agree
15
with that.
rounds,
It looks absolutely perfect strapped to his back. It feels like Ajax was born to wield this sword. 예, 그래서 정말 에이젝스와 정말 찰떡 같고 이 에이젝스 자체가 좀 원래 좀 이런 검 캐릭터로 태어난 느낌입니다.
네.
What does Deus Ex Manus mean?
잠깐 보시면
Two hands?
이쪽에 이렇게 붉게 달아오르는 게 보이시죠? 이게
아, 예.
네, 평타로 에너지를 모아서 네,
오.
강공격을 할 수 있는 그런 무기입니다.
Yeah, so that red thing over there, you get that strong hitting right like that. Yeah.
네. 데우스 엑스 마누스는 고위력탄을 쓰기 때문에 마구잡이로 사용하기는 어려운
Again. The hell?
무기고요. 던전
That was
보스 같은 적에게 강력한 단일 데미지를 넣을 수 있는 무기로 기획하였습니다.
So Deus Ex Manus uses high power rounds, which makes it difficult to use indiscriminately. It was designed as a weapon capable of dealing powerful single target damage to enemies like dungeon bosses.
네, 일반 공격으로 스택을 쌓을 수 있고요. 스택을 쌓은 상태에서 고유 능력을 사용하면 강력한 피해를 입힐 수 있습니다.
You can build stacks with normal attacks, and using its unique ability while stacked deals lots of damage.
It is
네,
perplexing,
그리고
right?
지금 이 데우스 엑스 마누스는요 모듈 세팅으로
stamina bar
공격
could
속도를
work
이렇게
too.
극대화시킨 상태인 것도 참고 부탁드리겠습니다.
Please note that the Deus Ex Manus shown here has its attack speed enhanced to the maximum with the model settings. Yeah, it'd be nice if skill dealers that lacks single target damage could use the Deus Ex Manus for dungeon boss fights. Director, while talking about the weapon, you mentioned audio settings, options, and
He dashed
cores.
forward pretty
so can we
quick, huh?
assume that they're like the same as firearms? 네, 그래서 무기를 좀 설명하는 중간에 이 뭐 모듈 세팅과 그런 옵션, 코어에 대해서 말씀을 하셨는데 그럼 총기와 이게 좀 동일하다고 좀 생각하면 될까요?
네, 그렇습니다. 총기와 동일한 시스템을 이용해서 재조정을 할 수 있고요. 코어 개방과 코어 장착을 할 수 있습니다. 증강 코어는 총기와 같은 아이템을 사용하게 됩니다.
Yeah, that's correct. Using the same system as firearms, players can readjust, unlock cores, and equip cores as well. So swords use the same augmentation cores as the firearms. Wow, that's really great to hear that we can do it with the pre-prepared materials. So can you also show the skins for the Deus Ex Manus as well? 예, 그래서 미리 준비해둔 재료 쓴다는 건 정말 환영할 만한 소식이고요. 그럼 데우스 엑스 마누스의 스킨도 한번 보여주시기 바랍니다.
Yeah, a lot of people are talking about the ammo system right now in
스킨
chat.
이름이
A lot
아주
of people.
생긴 거와 걸맞게 기사단장의 검.
They don't like the ammo thing.
네.
We'll have to feel it out when we get in there.
컨셉의 스킨이고요.
Yeah, so we prepared two
They should at
skins,
least
and
give
the
it a
first
lot
one
of
is the
ammo, right?
Grandmaster's sword
I mean, we're
skin,
fighting like
ultimate
1,000
tier skin
dudes at a
modeled
time.
after Medieval knight's sword.
But I'm sure the ammo would drop.
옷을 입고 있어요.
But still.
같은 느낌.
It looks like he should be wearing some kind of armor from the medieval ages.
네. 그리고 두 번째 스킨은
That's a cool version. That's better looking.
마찬가지로 이펙트,
Just old school
효과음까지
English.
변경이 되는 초월 등급 스킨.
Oh, look at that.
영광로입니다.
The hell?
영광로는 거의 망치 같은 모습인데요. 저희 초기 트레일러에
Look at
보면
that thing. Jesus
이
H.
에이젝스가
Is she bigger than him?
해머를 휘두르는 장면이 있어요. 네, 그래서 그때의 느낌을 살려서 네 한번 만들어.
It's got a power jet behind it.
So the second skin is also Transcendant tier, which is the furnace, which changes effects and sounds as well. The furnace, it almost looks like a big hammer, and our initial trailer featured Ajax swinging a massive hammer. So I hope Furnace captures that kind of romance. It also fits perfectly with his unique ability to stack for a powerful single strike.
I don't like
네,
it, but
그래서
cool.
영광로가 그때의 그런 낭만을 좀 채워주면 좋을 것 같아요. 네, 스택을 해서 강력하게 한 방을
I like the idea of
때린다는
a hammer,
그
though.
능력도 이 스킨 컨셉에 잘 어울리는 것 같아요.
Yeah.
뚜까 패는 맛이죠.
Hitting with
Have you guys seen that advertisement for that game called Watchers of Realms that always shows up on YouTube?
Compared to
I get
the
it all the
Deus Ex
time.
Manus.
But they
The
have,
fact
like, the
that
same
this skin
characters as the
makes,
first Descendant.
Such a distinctive appearance.
They have a guy that looks just like
We're
Blair.
also adding the Manus set.
They have an
which is
Ajax.
an
His name is
external
literally
component for
Ajax.
melee
And he looks like
weapons.
this Ajax.
예, 그래서 스킨으로
And he rides a
확실하게
dragon.
좀 달라지는 점이 굉장히 매력적인데요. 이 근접 무기용 외장 부품인 마누스 세트도 추가된다고 합니다.
Nothing's original anymore,
Yeah,
is it?
looking over there, since it's an external component that
Here we
boosts
go.
melee weapon attack power, it seems that it will pair well with the melee weapons. Yeah, so we've looked at these newly added melee weapons, and I'm sure players are wondering where to farm them, where we're going to get these items. Let's check it out. 예, 그래서 새롭게 추가되는 이 근접 무기를 좀 살펴봤는데 아마 가장 궁금한 거는 이걸 어디서
melee
파밍하는지
damage it looks
그
like?
부분이 좀 궁금해하실 것 같아서 그 부분 한번 좀 알려주시죠.
네, 새로운 검 두 자루 같은 경우에는요, 외장 부품하고 검 모두 새로운 던전인 보이드 베슬 중규모 설비 구역에서 파밍을 하게 됩니다. 네, 이번 중규모 설비 구역은 일반 어려움 2개 난이도를
Void Vessel, I'm
제공하고요.
guessing.
두 난이도에서
What do
모두
you think?
검을 다 파밍을 할 수가 있지만 당연히 어려움 난이도에서의 도면 드롭 확률이 좀 더 높겠죠. 네.
Yeah, so both new swords and external components can be farmed from the new Void Vessel, the medium-sized facility zone. And the medium-sized facility zone offers 2 difficulty levels, which are normal and hard. Players can farm all swords on both difficulties.
I
but
got a
of
question
course,
for
the
you guys.
blueprint
What up,
drop
Carrie?
rate is higher on hard difficulty.
Is the original
Yeah,
Void Vessel
alright, so
considered
new
medium,
weapon
small, or
farming
large?
in a new dungeon sounds exciting indeed. And our producer just so happened to mention the new Void Vessel, so let's move on to the medium-sized facility zone. 예, 그래서 새로운
쉐이버.
던전에서 이 또
네.
새로운 무기 파밍 한다니 또 굉장히 신나는데 마침 또 프로듀서님이 말씀 주신 보이드 베슬 중규모 설비 구역에 대해서 한번 살펴보겠습니다.
프로 사무라이가.
So, I guess we'll be using the teleporter to get to the void vessel. 예, 그럼 이번 보이드 베슬도 역시 이동 장치로 이동하는 거겠죠.
네, 보이드 베슬의 미발견 구획을 하윤두 유닛이 새롭게 발견했는데요. 이름이 중규모 설비 구역이고요. 알비온에서 이동 장치로도 진입이 가능하고 이렇게 전체 지도에서 바로 입장이 가능할 수 있는 버튼이 추가되었습니다.
Yeah, so
Wow,
the Hound
cool.
unit has found an undiscovered section of the void vessel, and it's called the medium-sized facility zone. So access is now available via the
Looks the same size as the other
teleporter
one.
in Albion, and a button has also been added on the full map for direct entry. Yeah, but you know, looking at the map, I get this feeling that this newly discovered section isn't the whole thing. Yeah, but I mean, looking all those tours. But for today, let's focus on the medium-sized facility zone. So, director, what are the key features of this?
Is that an expansion?
그래서 오늘은 좀
capability?
중규모 설비 구역에만 좀 집중을 해보겠는데, 이번 던전의 특징은 또 어떤 것일까요?
중규모 설비 구역에는 새로운 보스가 등장을 하고요. 검을 파밍하는 던전에 걸맞게 검으로 공격하는 적이 등장을 합니다. 그림자와 비슷하게 돌진하면서 베는 패턴을 사용하게 되고요. 그리고 또 한 가지로는 호버바이크로 달릴 수 있는 이동 구간이 존재해요.
Hoverbike can be used in there.
네,
Cool.
부스트 패드와 점프 패드를 잘 이용해서 빠르게 동선을 공략할 수 있는 그런 던전입니다.
아주 마음에 들어요.
네.
실내에서 맨날 못 타갖고.
Yeah, he really likes it, and I do
Different
too.
set of decryption
So a new
keys.
boss appears in this area and as a
sucks.
dungeon for farming swords.
'Cause I got like
The
a
enemy
billion
attacks
decryption keys.
Using swords as well, and it charges in to slash the players, similar to the shadow you saw earlier. And another feature is the presence of sections where players can ride the hover bike, and by effectively using boost pads and jump pads, players will be able to navigate the route more quickly. Yeah, so hearing this makes me even more excited. Look forward to the game.
Makes me hungry.
Void Vessel,
Show
medium-sized
us.
facility zone. 예, 그래서 설명을 들으니 더욱더 기대가 되고요. 바로 그러면 보이드 베슬 중규모 설비 구역 시연을 진행해 보겠습니다.
네, 오늘은 제이버로 한번 플레이를 해보도록 하겠습니다. 터렛을 설치하고 검을 사용하는 형태로 진행을 한번 해보려고 합니다. 네.
Where's that other guy that used to have all the
무기는
time? There was
그림자와
another
데우스 엑스 마누스를
developer
모두
that used to be with him.
장착했고요. 보이드 차폐막 대응을 위해서 볼티아도 준비를 했습니다.
So today I'll be playing as Jaber. I'm going to be setting up turrets and using the sword as well. I've equipped both the Shadow and Deus Ex Manus as weapons and prepared Voltia to counter.
That's kind of interesting that you can have both swords.
New Void Vessel.
That is interesting.
네,
I guess that's one
새로운
unique thing about
중규모
putting it in a
설비
weapon
구역
slot instead of having its own
입장했습니다.
slot.
Medium-sized facility zone, yeah, and rushing through that with the hover bike looks really cool. 호버바이크로 딱 등장을 하니까.
Yeah, it's also kind of stupid because it's like you could just, it's obviously designed for the hover bike. You could just not have a long fucking entrance too, right? So it's like artificially grand just so that you can use your hover bike. It's stupid. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah, I mean the sword, it's really performing well, and I think I'll check it out when it comes out on. 확실히 검이 이게 생각보다 굉장히
Interesting,
빠르고
but-
공격도 빠르고 전반적인 좀 퍼포먼스가 우수해 보입니다. 그래서
they put a mechanic right there early in,
출시가 되면
which is interesting.
사용을 해봐야겠네요.
Except you just destroyed it in like a single fucking swipe, which makes it stupid.
Over there.
You get that? You get that? I mean, they put this mechanic in there and you just destroy it like it's fucking nothing.
우리 디렉터님이 완전 집중해서 하고 있어.
Yes.
미래 멘트.
That's an opportunity
Totally,
moment, right?
100%
So they were onto a good
focus
idea
on
to bring some challenge to the game, and then
안
it's
죽고
just like you
싶어요.
one tap it,
안 죽고 싶어요.
which means it's like you might as well just take it out.
It's like a challenge. 네, 약간 도전 모드
이럴 때 막
같은데.
말을 걸어야 돼. 이 호버바이크 아무 데서나 탈 수 있죠?
네.
아닌가?
You know what's
여기서는
also
탈수
kind of
있어요.
interesting about this game is that it's so
By
fucking
anywhere.
easy.
Wow.
I find the only way I
여기
can
있는 거 아니죠?
get a glimpse of a challenge is by running as a glass cannon. That's what it's come down
Limited
to.
to
You know,
everywhere except
where
the
I'll
boss.
take off all my HP mods, no HP mods, because it's just like, God, it's so fucking easy. Like, I haven't died in 7 months. I was like, let me just roll as a glass cannon, make it a little bit more
위험하죠.
challenging.
넓은 구간이.
You have to force the challenge, you know.
This is probably a dangerous area. So many enemies in this large area here. But yeah, 저희도 되게 좀 집중을 하게 되는데 이게 지금 yeah, totally focused.
오디오가 비고 있어. 저거.
I hope everyone's enjoying this. Watching our character play.
I don't understand why he's running from them so much. I mean,
흥미롭게
they're
좀 보고
easy
계실
one
것
swipe
같아요.
with the sword. Just fucking swipe.
죽어야 재밌겠죠?
네, 근데
죽기를 기대하시겠죠?
아마 그걸 또 기대하고 계실 텐데 그럴 수 없죠.
이제 넘겼네 고비를 조금.
아직 넘겼다 할 수가 없습니다. 저기 들어갈 때가 제일 잘 죽더라고요.
He's saying that
어,
this
시작하자마자-
part is the most dangerous
시작하자마자
part.
지금.
여기가 외길인데 맞으면서 들어가는 좀 구간이 있어가지고 저기가 더 어렵더라고요.
오,
Yeah, I mean,
한 큐에 쪽 빠졌어.
so many enemies over there just like firing at us. You can see that red dots. Yeah, so the director gets in from the sky.
위험해.
하늘에서 딱, 어, 그래도 막, 뭐 떨어져.
죽은 건 아니에요, 이건.
He didn't die. He didn't die.
이건 제외.
He's still
제외.
okay. 그렇죠, 뭐 낙사는
What do you
아니고.
guys think?
기본적으로 그냥 떨어진 거고 아직은 괜찮습니다.
Yeah, imagine having a gun in this room.
오,
You know what I mean? Or imagine just using fucking Inez in this room and watch everybody fall over.
He's being stabilizing.
Or whoever you
the
want.
Gameplay right now.
Imagine
Taking out the enemies. Has a
Nell.
lot of HP. He's okay.
They'd all be dead already.
Doing well.
So you're forcing the challenge by using the sword, making it more challenging by using the sword,
이거 맛이 좋네. 싹 클리어하고 이렇게 타고 넘어가고.
which I do all the time.
Everyone getting on your
That's what you
bike
gotta
is
do.
really blissful. 여기는 조금 더 안전해 보입니다. 이런 구간은 그래도 여기 좀 잘 보이고.
Yeah, that's cool to group up the enemies, to vacuum them
This
in,
place looks
Left it could
fairly
be cool with the sword.
safer than the area before.
suck them all in, and strike them down with one swoop, save some ammo. They mentioned something about a new type of ammo, like a melee type ammo.
So you have to take down that bogus drum station.
이걸 이렇게 집중해서 보고 있어.
But it's fun to watch.
Whoa, look at all
보는 게
those
좀
guys. You see
재밌긴
that?
하거든요. 어쨌든 보는 사람 입장에서는 이게 재밌을 수 있죠. 네.
They're all giants.
아직까지 괜찮습니다. 네.
Yeah, that's
덤으로.
different.
Whoa, yeah. I mean, showing off that.
We see that in action, and I do find it a little annoying.
오 마이 갓! 걸렸어!
No, but
It is challenging, but it's kind of an annoying one.
yes, he's
You know how you
he's
notice there's
okay.
those in Axion
배치가 조금
planes?
악랄하다.
There's those guys that shoot the green
얘네들이 왜 이렇게
toxic
떼거지고
laser out of
나와가지고.
their
So
eyeball.
many enemies.
애들 떼고
And they can do it at
나와가지고
range. And when you enter like the first
You
crater,
know, I mean,
there'll be like
if
40 of them,
Descendants watching, you might get into a similar
and you're taking that
situation
damage like
this,
all the
but,
time
yeah,
until you have to like focus
overcome
on
this
them.
with that sword over there.
So I like the idea of
저희 뭐 보시는 분들
priority
이런 비슷한
kills.
위기가 올 수 있지만 예, 검과 함께 이겨낼 수 있다. 네, 그렇죠.
This is just mix it up, not abuse it too
굉장히
much.
지금 예, 좀 멋있거든요 이게. 멋있고 또 전투력도
Provide
굉장히
more
좋고,
variety.
데미지나 이런 것도 굉장히 좋고.
And so you have like a tiered system of priority kills as you're playing the game. Be like, okay, first I got to take out
Slashing through all of these
that green
enemies.
laser guy. Then I got to take out the healer, the medic, and then I got to take out the grenadier, whatever it is in your game. You know,
아, 이거 확실히 좀 이게 기존 구역보다
they kind of have that, but
약간의 그런 예, 챌린지가 있는 것 같아요.
sometimes they kind of fall away into
Feels
just
a bit more
two
challenging than
categories.
the initial Void
The annoying guy
Festival,
that gets you killed, and then
but
everybody else.
Yeah, overall, our director
I feel like that's
did
what ends up
well.
happening. But I do like what they've been doing with the bosses. You know, the pincer dudes, and some of those guys are really cool to fight. They're really aggressive.
깔끔하게 딱 터치를 했습니다.
To make you change your strategy or you stop mobbing to deal with them. I like that.
Yeah, so 3 infinite stations again, ABC.
So like I said earlier, you know, the game's evolving. They got a lot of good ideas. Needs a lot of refinement.
I mean, this
But they're throwing stuff out there to see what
overall
sticks.
does seem to require lots of concentration. 좀 집중을 해야 될 것 같이 좀 느껴지긴 합니다. 이게 전반적으로
쉽지 않네.
예, 쉽지 않아요. 지금
What would be
적들이
interesting,
굉장히
all
많거든요.
I gotta say is
다
that what
지금
makes this
공격을 하고 있으니까 이게
kind of
파츠도
dumb
아니거든요.
is that the sword's not required.
Everyone's
So
just
what they could do is like
focusing on a
disable your
director,
skills
take
or
them out.
disable your
Somebody
weapons.
got
Say
a
something
But-
doesn't work here for some reason. You know,
냅다 튀기.
so you have to
Seems
use
like
your
he's running
sword.
away, but yeah, he
Or
is.
maybe they're running like
오,
bulletproof
약간 이런
vests
구간이
as an
있네요,
example.
또.
Obviously, vests don't make sense in this game, but like
Rushing
bulletproof
those pads over
shields.
there
So
seems
you have to slash them,
interesting.
and then once you slash them, then they can take
위해서
bullet
최선을
damage.
다해보겠습니다.
약간 이게 좀
So you
쉬는
can, like,
시간
run a
같이
pistol
좀
combo with
있었죠.
your-
이제 now the boss room after that hoverbike area. Yeah, the Archie Assassin seems pretty strong. 암살자, 아르키 암살자가 지금 굉장히 멋있거든요 지금.
Like the
영혼의
counter to a lot of what I'm
네,
saying is like, well, you can do
공대
whatever you
공으로
want.
싸우고 있어요.
You can make the game as challenging as you want,
Enemies using swords,
but it's just
we're
human
using swords.
nature, player nature,
Really cool fight
to take
over
the
there.
path of least resistance. That's why metas exist.
와,
오,
지금
이거 위험한데?
That's a cool boss.
위험한데?
발도수를 서로 그냥 하고 난리가 났거든요 지금.
무서워요.
이거 맞잖아.
Yeah, he's a cool boss.
Okay, so he took
It's like
out
Ninja
one of
Gaiden
those.
style, huh?
지금 이제 중간 구간 들어갔고요. 이제 거의 다 왔거든요. Almost there. Our director's almost there, but
You need to be able to
또
clash
네 개에 또
swords.
이게 또 나눠져 있군요. 또
What is
이게.
this?
Oh. Yeah, so the shield is out.
Where's this Hefe? Where'd he go? The dude is super ninja. Oh, there he is.
오.
Whoa, shit, he's cool, man.
아니,
That's a
he's
cool
really
boss.
fierce. 예, 엄청 지금 굉장히 지금 공격적이에요 지금.
We need to see. The thing is, he just doesn't need to be a boss. We just need that dude all in the middle of a fight. We need like a couple of these dudes, like a captain. Make him a fucking captain.
얼굴을 끌어서 지금
Like an elite.
되고 있어요.
You encounter him a lot,
그래
you know.
다녀서 죽었어.
So you're out there like using your guns and using your skills. You're like, oh
우리가
shit,
왜 터렛을 갖고 왔는지 아시겠죠?
I'm about to have a samurai moment. Pull out your sword, take that fucker out.
여기서 놀릴까 말까. 놀릴까 말까.
아 그래서 이 유저분들도 예, 보시고 이 터렛 잘 활용해라. 아 고생 많으셨습니다.
네, 아, 잘 봤습니다.
너무 잘 봤습니다.
재밌게 잘 봤어. 돈이라도 해드려야 될 것 같아.
Very interesting, but yeah, but you know today we didn't open any storage boxes today, but since it's a void vessel, I'm assuming there's storage boxes, but 예, 그래서 그 보이드 베슬인만큼 아마 이 보관함이 있을 것 같은데 저희가 이번에 좀 게임 플레이 할 땐 열지는 않았는데 또 그런 것들이 존재하겠죠.
네, 구석구석에 보관함들이 배치되어 있어서요. 상자 파밍을 즐기면서 플레이를 할 수가 있습니다.
Yeah, storage boxes are placed around the map so players can enjoy farming while playing through the mission. Yeah, so we've been playing the same void vessel since season 2 launched, and I'm really looking forward to the new medium-sized facility zone. 시즌 2 출시된 이후로 이 같은 보이드 베슬 구역을 좀 계속 플레이를 했었는데 이번에 이렇게 새롭게 이 중규모 설비 구역이 추가된다고 하니 저도 너무나 기대가 됩니다. And in addition to the models for swords, new trigger models will be added as well. And the trigger models being added this time are Supply Fortress, Wave Eruption, and Rhythmic Step. So Rhythmic Step, that definitely seems like a module for a specific Descendant. So director, could you please explain these each one by one? 예, 그래서 이번에 신규 트리거 모듈도 추가가 되는데 보급 요새, 파동 분출, 그리고 리듬 스텝이 새롭게 추가가 될 예정입니다. 디렉터님 하나씩 설명 부탁드리겠습니다.
네, 첫 번째로 소개해드릴 트리거 모듈은요, 보급 요새입니다. 장벽 유형의 스킬로 발동이 되기 때문에요, 에이젝스와 카일이 사용할 수가 있습니다.
So the first new trigger module is Supply Fortress, and since it activates as a barrier type skill, Ajax and Kyle can use this module.
네, 보급 요새는 보호막에 데미지를 입었을 때마다 탄을 획득하고 반사 피해에 추가 데미지를 제공하는 모듈입니다.
So Supply Fortress is a module that grants ammunition whenever the shield takes damage and provides additional damage to reflected damage.
네, 이거를 어떤 식으로 좀 보여드릴지 고민을 좀 많이 했는데요. 그래서 오늘은 근접 무기를 활용하는 에이젝스라는 아이디어를 좀 구상을 해봤고요. 근접 무기는 탄을 소모하지만 재장전이 없기 때문에 공간 도약, 보이드 폭발로 적에게 뛰어들어서 방벽을 치고 탄을
You also get
회복하면서
skill
계속
power.
파워형 무기, 근접 무기를 휘두르는 컨셉의 에이젝스를 구성해봤습니다.
So I spent a lot of time thinking about how to show this to our players. So I came up with the idea of an Ajax using melee weapons. So melee weapons, they consume ammo but don't have reload time. So the concept is to leap into enemies using void walking strike and strike the barrier with void explosion, recover ammo, and keep swinging melee weapons.
네, 짧게 보이드 베슬 앞부분에서만 좀 한번 보여드릴게요.
Sounds like a lot.
He'll show it in the earlier part of the void vessel.
잠시만 기다려주세요.
Loading time is finished.
이렇게 장벽을 치면
Getting that barrier over there.
네, 탄을 보급할 수가 있어요. 네, 지금
Get
보시면
extra ammo like that.
지금 적이 공격할 때마다 탄이 올라가는 거를 보실 수가 있어요.
Each time the enemy attacks, you can see that the ammo is rising.
그래서 이렇게 스킬과 함께
탄이 쫙쫙 올라가는구나.
So you can see the ammo, it rises repeatedly.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
이런 형태로 구상을 해봤습니다.
좋은데?
Yeah, so this is how it works.
네, 그리고 두 번째 트리거 모듈은 파동 분출인데요. 이건 실험실로 이동해서 보여드리도록 하겠습니다.
So the second trigger module is wave eruption, and we'll be showing this at the lab.
네, 먼저 실험실로 이동을 해보겠습니다.
Wave
To the
eruption.
laboratory.
Would you like to access the laboratory?
Bit of loading. 로딩이 살짝 진행이 되고요.
네, 파동 분출은 방출 유형의 스킬을 사용할 때 발동되는 효과이고요. 플레이어의 3번 스킬을 사용할 때 효과를 발동시킬 수가 있습니다.
So the wave eruption activates when using emission type skills, and you can activate this by using Blair's third skill.
Did it say what it was? Did I miss that part?
Yeah. So summoning the Legion of Immortality.
네, 플레이어의 3번 스킬을 사용할 때 이동 속도가 증가하고 스택에 따라서 데미지가 증가하는 효과인데요. 지금 보시면 다시 한번 써보겠습니다. 지금 번쩍번쩍 하는 게 그 파동 분출에 의한 효과입니다.
So using Blair's third skill increases movement speed and boosts damage based on the stacks. So he's gonna show it again. Yeah, like that.
네, 지금 보면 한 2,600만 정도 데미지를 넣었잖아요.
Well, so like 26 million damage over there.
네, 이게 파동 분출이고 만약에 파동 분출 대신에 저편으로 한번 바꿔볼게요.
So power, he's gonna change it to power beyond and test it.
지금 2,900만 정도의 데미지를
So with
넣고요.
power beyond, that's 29 million.
네, 그리고 다시 파동 분출로 바꿔서 똑같은 위치에서 다시 써야겠네요. 토탈 데미지가 누적됐어요.
2,900만. 네.
네, 요거는 지금 치명이 좀 덜 뜬 것 같아요.
Bit of a low critical strike is
네.
what
네.
just
지금
said.
더 높은 3,400만 지금
Okay.
떴는데요. 네.
34 million
네.
higher.
네, 3,500만, 3,800만. 네.
38 million.
네.
Wow, that's 꽤 차이가 나네요.
네. 이렇게 스택을 쌓고 유지할수록 점점 강력한 데미지를 넣을 수 있는 모듈이고요. 그래서 플레이어의 주력 스킬로 활용할 수 있는 트리거 모듈입니다.
More stacks players build and maintain, the more powerful the damage becomes, so making this module ideal for players' primary skill.
네,
Oh,
그리고
great.
세
The Luna
번째
one.
모듈은요.
Fix Luna.
이름부터 루나 전용으로 보이는 리듬 스텝 트리거 모듈입니다.
So lastly, just by looking at the name, Rhythmic Step appears like a trigger module exclusive to Luna.
네, 리듬 유형의 스킬을 사용할 때 이동 속도와 최대 실드를 늘려주는 스택형 버프를 부여하는 모듈이어서요. 네, 아티스트 세팅과 좀 잘 어울리지 않을까 예상하고 있습니다.
So this module grants a stacking buff that increases movement speed and maximum shield when using rhythm type skills. So our director said that it matches well with the Battlefield concert module.
네, 요거는 오늘 이펙트에 사소한 이슈가 있어서 시연은 안 드리고 이렇게 화면으로만 보여드리도록 하겠습니다.
A slight issue we have with the effects currently, so we won't be showing today, but you know it will be coming October 1st, so please look forward to that. Yeah, so 일주 기다리면은 바로 또 나오니까요. 네, 그래서 그때 한번 좀
빨리 해줘요.
직접 해보시고요.
요즘 언론하고만 하고 있는데 잘 좀 해주세요.
너무 재밌게 하고 있죠. 네, 그래서 yeah, we'll have the opportunity to test that in October 1st. So thank you for the introduction. It seems our director put particular effort into introducing Ajax today. Yeah, so I hope the day comes when Ajax rises high, carrying our director's aspirations. So, director, where can we farm the new trigger modules? 예, 그래서 또 디렉터님의 염원을 담아서 이 에이젝스가 이 부상하는 날이 꼭 오기를 기원하면서 이 신규 트리거 모듈 3종은 어디서 파밍을 할 수 있을까요?
신규로 추가되는 트리거 모듈은 모두 보이드 베슬 중규모 설비 구역에서 획득할 수 있습니다.
So all of the new trigger modules can be farmed in the new void vessel area. But you know, wait a moment. Come to think of it, the Legion of Breach, it seems to have been added to the laboratory. 네, 그러고 보니까 아까 그 실험실에서 이 균열의 군단이 좀 추가된 게 살짝 보였거든요.
네, 다양한 환경에 대응한 실험이 가능하도록 균열의 군단을 추가하였고요. 광역 스킬 딜러의 성능을 더 잘 측정하기 위해서 몬스터도 최대 50개체까지 스폰할 수 있도록 하였습니다.
Yeah, we added the Legion of Breach to
Look
enable
at them.
experiments in various
Holy
environments.
shit, they are
And
lined
we
up.
also increased the maximum monster spawn count to 50 so that it can better measure the performance of AoE skill dealers.
And the performance of your
To hear
hardware,
that,
apparently.
let's leave the lab and head to the new Void Intercept battle, the Lava Citadel. Yeah, 그러면
Lava
이제 또
Citadel.
새로운 심층부 요격전 라바 시타델을 만나러 한번 가보겠습니다. Yes, so starting October 1st, the Void Intercept boss will be changed to the Lava Citadel. So if you haven't completed the
bosses are
Stormhanger
fucking
yet,
stupid.
be sure to play it.
I beat him once and
before
I'm like, okay,
October 1st
I
in
guess that was that.
skins. But remember, the Stormhanger skins will still be available until
skins
the
aren't
November
just
update. So even
appealing
if you
enough to
haven't
keep going in
obtained
there,
it
so I
yet,
get one for every
you can
Descendant.
still
I don't get
acquire
that.
it by defeating the new Lava Citadel. So, all right, let's proceed with the introduction of the Lava Citadel. 예, 그래서 10월 1일부터 심층부 요격전 보스가 라바 시타델로 바뀌니 이 스톰행어를
So
아직
Eugen
좀
must not be
완수하지
coming until
못한
November.
플레이어분들은 그 전까지 한번 꼭 플레이를 해보시기 바랍니다. 이 스톰행어의
So it's gonna be a quiet-
그래도 11월
that makes
업데이트
October gonna be
전까지는
quiet.
유지가 되니 이 라바
I don't think this is
시타델을
enough.
터치해서도
I mean, we'll get a
그전에도
couple of player
스킬을
surge,
얻을 수가
a little
있습니다.
player surge when
그러면
this launches,
라바
but
시타델 한번 그거에 대해서는
retention is a little bit of their issue, right? They get the surges and then
지금
the major
보시는
drop
라바
off.
스타델은 물튼 포트리스의 변종 것이고요.
They're going to talk about Bayonetta though, so we
화염
haven't got to her
특성이기
yet.
때문에
Maybe there's
보시는
something
것처럼,
exciting there.
연기에 약한 모습을 보이고요.
But that's just, you know, cut me a
특징은
check,
맵
right?
전체를 넓게 공격하는 스킬을 많이 사용합니다. 그리고 라바 시타델의 화염 공격을 잘 피하면서 공략하는 게 핵심이고요. 네, 여기까지 설명 일단 드리고.
So, Lava
game
Citadel
is-
is a variant of the Molten Fortress, and as a fire attribute, it shows weaknesses.
They're
to
sitting
chill
at a
skills,
6600
and its
24
defining
hour peak
feature
on
is
Steam.
its frequent use of skills that
seen
attack
better.
a wide area across the entire map.
That's pretty low.
The key to defeating
It's like Division
is
2
to skillfully
numbers.
dodge the Lava Citadel's fire attacks while strategizing.
네, 그래서 바로 라바 시타델을 시연을 할 건데 디렉터님이 하지 않고 이번에는 제이슨님이 하실 예정입니다. 네.
Let's proceed with the Lava Citadel gameplay, and today, yes, I will be personally handling the deep level, battle. 그렇습니다. 그래서 너무 좀 긴장이 되네요. I'm pretty nervous in playing it. Yeah.
자, 자리 바꿔보시죠.
Yeah, that sucks.
네, 제가 자리를 옮겼습니다. 네.
이 자리에
Imagine
앉는
live
영광을
streaming your
또
gameplay.
누리게 됐는데, it's really an honor to play here. And yeah, so today I'll be playing Viesa since the Lava Citadel is weak to chill. I'll stick to the standard approach. So
Oh, he's super nervous.
wow, it actually seems like this is my first gameplay on the Dev Live aside from the English Lab. 예, 그래서 이 냉기 약점을 좀 활용해서 오늘 그 비에사로 플레이를 해보겠습니다. 근데 또 이렇게 데브 라이브에서는 또 처음으로 게임 플레이를 하는 거라 약간 좀 긴장이 되기도 하네요. 예, 또
You don't need to be nervous. You know, you die, who gives a shit?
엄청 긴장하셨어요.
또 쥐를 들어야 되는데 이거 자꾸 또 헤맸는데 바로 잘 왔습니다. 예, 그래서
긴장을 푸시고.
손도 약간 좀 이렇게 해보고.
아까 연습할 때 잘하셨거든요.
I did well when I was practicing, but yeah, I'll try to do also well.
Yeah, because these aren't made to be easy. You figure out the patterns and then they become easy. But when you first start these, they're always overwhelmingly hard.
Getting in,
And then they become so fucking easy.
totally new atmosphere. 이거 배경도 이게 완전 약간.
Ooh, I like the mountain
새로운
ranges in the
분위기죠.
back.
네.
Wow.
멀리 화산
We get
보이고,
scenery?
등장했습니다.
Wow.
말안 걸게요. 하세요.
알겠습니다.
네.
Can you believe it? Wow. That's a big deal. You guys have no idea. Those little things are a big deal for immersion, man. Because so far they feel like a bunch of fucking simulations. They feel like you might as well be fighting in the testing range. You know? Sword with Enzo would be cool. Right on, Day Day. I'll catch you later, man. I mean, it's still really basic scenery, but it's a step in the right direction. There's a sky with clouds, you know, but these could be held in like some sort of temple, you know.
He's gonna get some minions out for me. Yeah, over there. How's he gonna
Just pooping himself. It's not bad. It isn't bad. Pretty mechanical, isn't it?
위험했지만 위험했지만 굉장히 또 very dangerous situation came out, but
He's really slow. That's helpful, man. Speed, when the fast ones are really hard. What are we waiting for here?
yeah. So after this part,
He's
that
supplying
part where
damage.
the Lava Citadel goes under.
He needs
It's
better.
gonna start again.
He needs
and I'm
mana.
waiting for that part. And this thing, you think 위험하죠? 이게. I don't have the mana to take that out yet. Okay. Yeah. 고구간이 좀 위험한데.
Yes, he's got mana issues. But if he didn't have that, yeah, this guy'd be dead already.
Yeah. That. Same thing's gonna begin.
So he's got a mechanic.
Got this. Yeah.
Immunity phases, it looks like.
I'll take out 3 of these towers. Second
That seems pretty
one.
straightforward, though.
And the last one over here. With killing the minions. Got a lot of mana, so I'm gonna use my skills. Mana here, mana crystal.
Yeah, just keep hitting him with the fucking... ice tornado, right? That'll fucking do the trick. Keep hitting him with that shit because he's not immune. So I think even when you're taking out the towers, you should be hitting him with that.
This part again. The lava's coming.
It's not bad. I think it's better than the last boss. The electricity was fucking annoying. Oh, he's out of mana. There we go. So you could do you one of those that give you high or low cost on your skills and just spam the shit out of it at the cost of a little bit of damage.
얼마 나왔어?
얼마 안
나왔어?
You did good.
긴장되는 순간이었지만 그래도 네,
So he managed his mana.
Intercept successful. Yes.
I think that is better than the last one from the looks of it.
예, 또 이렇게 플레이를 해보니까 예, 정말 느끼는 바가 많고 재밌었습니다. 예, quite enjoyed.
말 안 걸었어요, 일부러.
방해하고
싶은데 그래서.
네, 감사합니다. Thank you for. Yeah, it was tough, but yeah, overall, I think as our director said before, I think streamers they're really amazing. So how do you guys just play while talking at the same time? I think that's really difficult. 예, 그래서 정말 말하면서 게임을
Not after you do it for a while.
어렵다라는 좀 감상이 예, 있었고요.
You know what I mean?
예, 잘 마무리돼서 다행입니다.
It becomes
네.
when you play both, right? When you become good at the game,
같은 경우에는
it allows you to
패턴을
talk more.
최대한 좀
'Cause
직관적으로
it's
보고
all
피하도록 많이 만들었고요.
relaxed.
그래서 하시는 분들이 좀 재밌게 해주실 것 같습니다.
But when you have to focus a lot on the
Are
game,
intuitive to observe, evade, and counter. So I think many players will find them enjoyable.
네, 그리고 추가로 설명을 드리면 시연에서 본 장면 중에 좀 특징적인 패턴이 라바시타델이 화염 토네이도를 만드는 스킬이었는데요. 이 화염 토네이도가 생성이 되면 토네이도 바깥에서의 공격은 데미지가 감소를 하게 되기 때문에 그 안에 들어가서 시간 내에 기둥을 파괴하고 공격을 해야 됩니다. 이런 기둥을 파괴하지 못하면 라바시타델이 이제 큰 데미지를 주는 전역 공격을 하게 되거든요.
See if I can.
So
put
one
on
distinctive
subtitles
pattern
over
that
there.
was
Can I do
shown
that?
was the skill that creates this flame tornado. And once the tornado is generated, damage from attacks outside the tornado is reduced. So players must enter the tornado and destroy the 3 pillars within the time limit. And if players fail to destroy the pillars, the lava citadel will unleash a devastating AoE attack. Yeah, and the AoE attacks that slowly spread, that was also very impressive. It was a pattern where players had to quickly get out of range and prepare for the next attack.
Who needs a buff? I know Parabellum.
퍼져나가는 그 광역 공격도 좀 인상적이었고 굉장히 좀 위험해서
I agree. I
긴장을
was.
많이 했는데
Yeah, I
또
spent the
빠르게
first
범위를
half
벗어나고
hour of the
다음
stream
공격을
complaining
좀
about her.
대비하는 그런
She
패턴들이
sucks.
있었습니다.
She's kind of what got me to
뒤쪽에서
put the game on
이렇게 중앙으로
standby.
네, 그 아까
I was like, she's not even fun to use. I was like, she's the only reason to keep playing right now would be
So
to
the attack
enjoy her,
where the
and she's not
lava, surged
enjoyable.
from the rear and it pushed
You know,
toward the
so it's
center.
just like
That
I've
was
already
also
spent
interesting, and
hours
it's just
upon
that I
dozens of
was
hours
successfully
upon dozens of
over
hours
that
with all the
and
other Descendants in Axion.
재밌었습니다.
So the fallback is just to do that
그럼
again?
이번에는
Nah, playing
라바시타델
Borderlands.
보상 스킨도 좀 봐야겠죠.
You know,
토이즈랑. 네.
But the swords look cool.
Let's take a look at the Lava Citadel skins and Color Toy rewards.
짜잔.
Wow.
등 한 번만 보여주세요.
Let's get the back. Wow.
거기
토이즈도.
등딱지 같은 걸. 네. 로토이즈도
I'm
한번.
a super
네.
fan of these skins.
오잉.
Cool with the ones we got. Yeah.
되게 귀여워요.
오호.
Wow, so that's the Color Toys. Yeah.
오호.
손가락으로 꼭 잡고 있어서
오.
귀엽네요, 진짜.
오호.
Because I'd rather have a weapon back there,
로토이즈가 늘
you know?
귀엽게 나오는 것 같아. 참. 네.
Yeah, Color Toys.
재밌네요.
Yeah, she's super
always
boring,
looks
and
very cute.
her skills go on cooldown, and it doesn't make
등에도
sense
하나
when they do.
신경 쓰지
I did
마세요.
like her original
Yeah, so our
build.
producer
I didn't think I
said he wants
would.
it on his back.
I
but
thought it was stupid
anyways,
at first, and then I
귀엽죠?
really
네.
spent some time on it. I was like,
여성용
oh, she's effective.
보여드렸고 이번에는 그러면 남성용 라바시타델도 한번
That was the
볼까요?
female one.
그러면-
Let's take a look at the male
에시모로.
for Esimo.
에시모 볼까요? 에시모. 네.
Oh, yeah.
오. 재밌게 생겼네요.
Yeah, looks
네.
pretty interesting. Yeah.
네. 닌자 거북이? 닌자 거북이?
Ninja Turtles.
닌자 거북이 아닌 것 같은데?
Yeah, it doesn't look like that.
한번 닌자 거북이색으로 칠해보고 네, 나중에 들어가서
Maybe later
나중에.
we'll color it into Ninja Turtles. So that concludes our introduction of the Lava Citadel and Void Intercept skin rewards. Next, we'll move on to introducing QOL improvements. As previously announced, this concerns changes to the way amorphous materials are opened. 그래서 이제 다음은 저희 편의성 개선 소개로 좀 넘어가려고 하는데요. 이미 예고드렸듯이 비정형 물질 그 개봉 방식의 변경에 대한 좀 이야기를 해보려고 합니다. Well, actually, opening amorphous materials is possible, but many players find it cumbersome and just, hoard them in their inventory. So when I first heard that this was being improved, I was really looking forward to it. So, Director, could you show us how it will be improved? 그래서 이번에 그 비정형 물질 개봉 관련해서 저도 좀 많은 기대를 하고 있는데요. 이 디렉터님 어떤 식으로 개선이 되는지 한번 보여줄 수 있을까요?
네, 제이슨님 말씀대로 많은 플레이어 분들이 바라던 기능이라고 생각을 하고요. 기존에는 비정형 물질 개봉을 위해서 요격전을 무조건 클리어했어야 하는데 이제는 매우 간편하게 개봉할 수 있게 되었습니다.
So, as Jason mentioned, I believe this is a feature many players have been hoping for. Previously, players had to finish intercept battles to open amorphous materials. Now it's
Let's see
become
what
much
happens here.
simpler.
네, 바로 여기에 있는 정형화 장치로 개봉이 가능해졌습니다. 네, 이제
'cause
비정형
I got
물질을
literally
파밍하기만
thousands of
하면
powders that I haven't
알비온에서
opened.
바로
Because I just don't want to
개봉하고
go
보면을
fight that
획득할 수
boring ass
있습니다.
fucking fight.
So
You know?
players can open it right here using that shaping device. Now, after farming the amorphous materials, players can open them directly in Albion and acquire the blueprints. Wow, but
I think that's
there
smart.
are
I
a
mean,
bit
it
of
sucks,
concerns
but it's
within the
smart.
community
'Cause, I
about
mean,
why these
going out there to
changes
fight
are
a guy
being
that only
made
takes
and whether,
0.0000
we're,
seconds to
simplifying,
kill
all of the
is
content.
worse
So, Director,
than just
could you
standing at a
explain
console.
the intent behind attempting all these changes? 그래서 이 커뮤니티에서는 좀 너무 콘텐츠를 간소화시키는 건 아닌지, 또 왜 또 저희가 이런 변경을 하게 되었는지에 대해서 좀 궁금해하는 그런 글들을 많이 봤는데, 또 혹시 어떤 의도로 이런 변화를 계획하게 됐는지 좀 설명해 주실 수 있을까요?
네, 좋은 지적입니다. 어려움 요격전이 콘텐츠로서 가치를 잃어버린 부분에서 시작을 했고요. 네, 어려움 요격전을 다시 의미 있는 콘텐츠로 리뉴얼하고 싶은데 콘텐츠가 수정되어 난이도가 높아지거나 플레이 타임이 길어지면 어려움 요격전에서 비정형 물질을 개봉하는 플레이어분들의 불만이 생길 것이라고 예상을 했습니다.
So that's a good point. It started with the fact that hard intercept battles lost its value as meaningful content. So we want to renew hard intercept battles into meaningful content again. And we anticipated that if the content were modified to increase difficulty or lengthen the playtime, players opening amorphous materials in hard intercepts would become dissatisfied.
네, 그래서 어려움 요격전과 비정형 물질 개봉을 분리하자라는 의도에서 출발을 하게 되었습니다.
So therefore, the initial intent was to separate hard intercept battles from opening amorphous materials. Wow. Well, then I got like two different questions. So first, what happens to the amorphous material that were opened from the reactors? And second, are you planning to renew the hard intercept battles as well? So 그래서 두 가지 질문이 좀 생기는데, 첫 번째는 그럼 그 융합로에서 개봉하는 비정형 물질은 어떻게 되는 거고, 두 번째로는 그러면 말씀 주신 어려움 요격전 리뉴얼을 좀 계획을 하고 계신 걸까요?
네, 우선 융합로에서 개봉하는 저 비정형, 네, 융합로에서 개봉하는 비정형 부분은 당연히 알비온에서 개봉을 할 수 있고요. 그리고 어려움 유격전은 완전히 새로운 콘텐츠로 리워크를 계획하고 있습니다. 구상 중이고 내년도 로드맵에 포함할 예정입니다. 최근 상황을 보면 고레벨 유저분들은 어려움 유격전쯤이야 로딩 시간보다 짧은 시간에 거신을 처치할 수 있기 때문에 비공개 매칭을 주로 사용하고 있고요. 반대로 저레벨 유저분들은 아직 성능이 부족하기 때문에 공개 매칭으로 오는데 저레벨 유저분들끼리 매칭이 되면서 실패하는 경험이 많고 파밍에 어려움을 겪고 있는 상황입니다. 그래서 어려움 유격전 자체가 이제 누구에게도 재밌는 경험을 제공하지 못하면서 파밍마저 어렵게 만들고 있기 때문에 이와 같이 개선을 결정하게 되었습니다.
First, amorphous materials that were open from reactors, they can be opened in Albion as well. Additionally, we're planning a complete rework of the hard intercept battles as entirely new content, and it's currently in a conceptual phase and will be included in next year's roadmap. Looking at the recent lower level players whose gear is still pretty underpowered, they join public matches. However, when they join these matches, they often fail because they're matched with similar low level players, and ultimately they struggle with the farming itself. Since the hard intercept battles, they no longer provide like an enjoyable experience for players and is actually making the farming much more difficult. We've decided on making these improvements on the hard intercept battles. Yeah, thank you for the detailed explanation. I also have...
그런 무기의 최적화 조건이 사라졌습니다. 깔끔.
Yeah, 깔끔한. So as you can see, the optimization requirements have all vanished from the game. Many players, they have requested this feature for a long time, but I do have a question. Why did we suddenly remove these requirements? Because and is there any compensation for players who have already spent money on these implants? Yeah. 그래서 이 많은 분들이 좀 요청을 했던 기능이긴 하지만 이게 또 어떤 이유로 좀 제거가 됐는지 좀 궁금해하실 것 같아요. 그리고 이미 좀 비용을 많이 지급하신 그런 플레이어 분들께 좀 보상이 혹시 따로 있을까요?
네, 먼저 왜 이렇게 수정하게 되었는지 이유부터 설명드리면요. 첫 번째로는 신규 플레이어 분들의 적응을 돕기 위해서였고요. 최적화를 맞추면 스킬 유력이 1.6배나 상승하기 때문에 꼭 맞춰야 되는데 성장 과정에서는 반응로도 자주 변경하고 무기도 자주 변경하기 때문에 최적화를 맞추기가 어려웠습니다. 그리고 최적화를 맞춰야 한다는 사실도 잘 이해하지 못하였고요. 그래서 신규 플레이어 분들의 안착을 위해서 삭제하게 되었습니다.
Let me explain why we made these changes. So the primary reason is to help new players adapt to the game, and optimizing the reactor increases skill power by 160%, and so it's actually essential to match that. However, during the early progression phase, players frequently they switch new reactors and weapons, so making the optimization process quite difficult. And actually, many players, they didn't even understand the need for the optimization. So therefore, we removed it to help new players settle in the game.
네, 그리고 두 번째로는 계속 새로운 무기가 추가되고 이번에는 검이라는 새로운 클래스의 무기도 등장하게 되었잖아요. 그래서 인기 메타가 또 달라짐에 따라서 계속 반응로 무기 최적화 조건을 새로 이식해야 되는 부담이 있는데 최적화 조건 때문에 사용하는 무기가 고정되는 문제도 존재하고요. 플레이어분들이 더 유연하게 빌드에 대응하실 수 있도록 최적화 조건을 삭제하게 되었습니다.
Second, new weapons keeping added, and this time we have a new weapon as the swords. Additionally, as the overall meta it shifts, there was a burden of constantly needing to re-implant new weapon optimization conditions. So there was also the issue that the optimization conditions caused players to become locked into like specific weapons. So overall, we removed this so that the players can adapt their builds more flexibly. Ah, great. Now, I can now fully understand the reason for removing this, but what about the cost already invested in the implants? 그래서 확실히 좀 그 부분에 대해서는 이해를 했는데 이미 이 시기에 좀 투입된 그 비용이 있죠. 이 부분은 혹시 어떻게 될까요?
네, 죄송합니다만 그동안 이 시기에 사용한 비용을 저희가 하나하나 추적해서 복구해 드리는 것은 현실적으로 좀 불가능한 상황이었습니다. 저희도 이 부분 때문에 이 진행을 고민을 많이 했는데요. 장기적으로 게임을 정상적인 방향으로 개선하려면 그럼에도 불구하고 수정해야 된다라고 생각해서 진행을 하게 되었습니다.
Yeah, sorry about that, but it was practically impossible to track down, and we found each individual expense occurred during the process. We're quite concerned about this as well. However, we determined that to improve the game in a sustainable direction in the long term, we must implement these changes regardless. Yeah, I fully understand the situation. Still, I hope we can compensate our players at least a little bit for the effort everyone has invested in the implant all this time. So, how about giving everyone like maybe three crystallization catalysts each? 그래서 상황이 이게 이해가 되는데 그래도 좀 그동안 이 시기에 투자했던 노력을 조금이라도 저희가 좀 보상해 주면 좋아하실 것 같아요. 그래서 결정화 총매 한 3개 정도라도 좀 드리면 어떨까요?
그 정도면 저의 진심이 전달될 거예요.
I mean, I don't know how I feel about it. It's
제이슨님 협상의 달인.
a drop of a mechanic.
네,
I mean, I don't like
담당 부서랑
being limited to
잘
only
얘기해서
3 weapons.
결정화 총매 보상을
But
준비하겠습니다.
this is about
네,
swords.
꼭 프롬 제이슨
Did nobody realize that?
써달라고 하겠습니다.
Okay, got it. So you're quite.
I mean, they're
the
bringing
master
swords. They have to
negotiator,
do
Jason.
this.
I'll discuss it thoroughly with our team and prepare 3 crystallization catalyst rewards.
I mean,
I'll
you
make
bring in
sure to
swords.
have
That
them
means if
right
you can use the
from
sword
Jason
and you want
on
your
the
skill
available.
power, you got to have the sword,
No,
and
if
then they're gonna have
that's
to build that
necessary,
all
but
in. It's
yes,
easier just to
thank
get
you.
rid of
I
this shit.
believe that this
Why aren't they
was
saying that?
necessary for the future of the first Descendant,
I don't know,
and I
but-
find it entirely convincing. And not because of the 3 catalysts. Yeah. 그래서 퍼스트 디센던트의 미래를 위해서 필요했던
reality,
일이라
though.
생각이 들고 충분히 납득이 됐습니다. 예, 총매 때문은 당연히 아니고요. 어쨌든 잘 납득이 돼서 저희가 기대해 보겠습니다. So, yeah, we've shared information on the upcoming changes to opening amorphous materials, removal of the reactor optimization requirements, and the addition of the Legion of Breach to the laboratory. So, there are also additional improvements as well. 그래서 주요 개선 사항인 이 비정형 물질 개봉 개선, 방식 변경과 방로 최적화 조건 삭제, 그리고 실험실에 균열의 군단 추가한 내용에 대해서는 좀 앞선
Improved
시연을 통해서
opening, removal of
보여드렸고요.
reactors,
추가적인 개선 사항들도
core option,
기다리고
Legion of
있습니다.
Breach, extra damage.
아,
What
네.
is that?
먼저 특수
okay.
중강 코어에
Add in the faction.
균열의 군단 공격 시 무기 추가 공격력이 추가되고요. 재조정에도 균열의 군단 추가 공격력이 추가가 됩니다.
I never really liked them either.
그리고 또 한 가지는 엑시온에서 필드에 등장하는 거신들이 있지 않습니까?
But
네,
I feel like
엑시큐셔너가
you might as well just remove the fucking
합류하게
reactor.
So,
You know what I
first,
mean?
the
Just
special
like, what if-
augmentation core now grants additional weapon attack power when attacking. the
You could.
Legion of
It's a
Breach.
slippery slope in
And
my
this
mind. You know what I mean?
additional
What
damage
fuck?
also applies after readjustments. And also, the executioner has been
Because
added
you
to
just
the
literally, when it
Axiom
comes to
as well as
farming
the
it, you just
Axiom
need the
field
basic one. It
Colossus
needs to have the
in Axiom
basic.
field.
It needs to
I've
have
been
the right
defeating
attributes on it,
field
which isn't
Colossus
that hard to
since,
find. And then from there, you
Foothold,
just
and
level
it's
it up
really
with
good
your
to hear the
resources. So
execution
you don't even have to
is
farm it
good
anymore.
as
It's
well.
not much of a farming
Looking
exercise for
forward to
these.
seeing more Colossus in Axiom.
Don't get me wrong, I don't love farming my fucking face off, but you know what I mean? But you know, it's just like
Moving on.
It
let me
use- it
introduce
loses
the monthly
meaning.
balance patch schedule for October. I heard that we're improving Kyle, and since the improvements to Jaber and Lepic went well, the community is really looking forward to Kyle as well. So, Director, could you show us the improvements through the game build? 그래서 이어서 10월에 있을 월간 밸런스 패치를 소개해드리겠습니다. 이번 달에는 카일이 개선된다고 하는데 제이버와 레픽 개선이 좀 잘 진행이 되어서 이 커뮤니티에서 카일도 기대를 많이 하고 있을 것 같습니다.
네, 이번에는 카이를 개선하는데요. 오늘 가져온 빌드가 안정화를 위한 9버전 빌드여서요. 아직 미완성 상태인 점은 양해 부탁드리겠습니다.
Yes, so this time we're improving Kyle. The build we brought today is an older version for stabilization purposes, so please understand that this is still an unfinished version.
네, 우선 스킬 사용성이 대폭 개선이 되었는데요. 1번 청력 돌진 스킬은 홀드한 채로 이동하면 이렇게 길게 발사가 됩니다. 짧게, 길게 이렇게 사용할 수가 있고요. 그리고 스킬을 사용하면 점프가 초기화되기 때문에 공중에서 연속으로 사용할 수 있게 되었습니다. 예를 들어 공중에서 사용할 수가 있고요. 그리고 적을 관통하는 적까지도 데미지를 입히는 방식으로 바뀌어서요. 좀 더 편리하게 사용할 수가 있습니다.
Now the overall skill usability has been significantly improved. For the first skill, Repulsion Dash now lets Kyle dash a longer distance when holding the skill button. Additionally, using the skill now resets your jump, enabling consecutive use while in air. So it also now deals damage to enemies that have been penetrated.
네, 그리고 2번 자성보루는 들고 다니는 형태에서 앞으로 발사하는 방식으로 개선이 되었고요. 네, 이렇게 자성보루를 발사하고 적을 공격할 수가 있습니다.
So the second skill, Magnetic Bulwark, has been improved from holding it around to firing at to those in front of it. So you can now fire the Magnetic Bulwark and attack enemies with it.
네, 그리고 3번 자력 방출은 피해 감소와 이동 속도 증가를 제공하는 버프가 추가되었습니다.
빨리 달린다.
So the third skill, Magnetism Spurt, now provides a buff that reduces damage taken and increases movement speed.
네, 그리고 4번 초전도 추진기는 공중에서 사용하면 바로 스킬을 발동하도록 개선이 되었는데요. 원래 이렇게 쓰는 거죠? 네, 이게 원래고요.
Yeah, so superconductive bombing now activates instantly.
네, 이렇게 점프하고 쓰면 바로 갑니다.
Oh, yeah. So activating instantly when used in mid-air.
네.
Really fast.
네, 그리고 카일의 초월 모듈 중에 충돌 본능도 변경점이 있는데요. 이전에는 공중에서 이동하면서 지상에 폭격을 투하하는
That's like week
방식이었는데
one,
공중에
Chevy.
멈춰서 지상을 향해 폭격하는 형태로 수정이 되었습니다.
Additionally, changes have been made to Kyle's superconductive
What game are you
bombing
playing right
transcendent
now?
module as well.
That's the real question.
Previously, it involved moving through the air while dropping bombs on the ground, and it has been modified to bomb the ground while hovering in mid.
Have you tried Borderlands?
아, 있네.
That's kind of cool.
느낌이 나는데?
네.
아니,
I mean,
느낌입니다.
Yeah.
네.
some air superiority
Kyle looks
isn't a
completely
bad thing,
different
right?
now. Well, through the last monthly balance update, Lepic and Jaber have definitely risen to S tier descendants.
You know that my
I'm so
Kyle, like
excited
I
to
haven't
see
busted
if
him
Kyle
out
can
literally
join Lepic
since
and
I leveled
Jaber,
him.
in their ranks
Literally.
and reclaim the crown.
I think he's
of
the only
former
one that I don't
Kyle.
have.
I don't know if that's
Kawang.
Kawang.
What do you call those
Yeah.
things?
Oh yeah,
We
and
have to
director,
go to the stupid Sigma
Could
sector.
you also share
추억 돋는다, 카왕. 아,
Arcade tuning.
So which
Yeah, he's the only one I don't have
will
arcade
see
tuning on. Well, that gives me something to do.
Adjustments as well. Yeah, 그래서 또 이전
The changes have been really quality. I've been impressed with that. I mean, Lepic came out great. Jaber came out awesome. They're all great. Great improvements to the balancing. They need to be rolling these out two at a fucking time, though.
계승자에 대해서 말씀 주실 수 있을까요?
네, 10월 1일 업데이트에는 에이젝스, 애쉬모, 버니의 밸런스를 조정을 합니다.
Ooh, Essimo.
에이젝스는 스킬 위력과 함께 총기 버프도 동반 상향해서
But they're gonna do
부족한
Ajax
전투력을
too, huh?
보강할 수 있도록 하였고요. 애쉬모는 스킬 간의 연계가 좀 더 잘 될 수 있도록 사용성을 개선하고 발파와 유도 지뢰를 전력 질주 중에 사용할 수 있도록 수정했습니다. 그리고 마지막으로 버니는 강화 몬스터나 미션 보스 상태로 부족한 부분을
I
좀더
really
보완했습니다.
like Essimo.
October 1st
I think
update will
Ajax is kind of
balance
boring.
Ajax, Simo, and Bunny. Ajax will receive a buff to both his skill power and his gun buff to bolster his previously lacking combat effectiveness. And Essimo's build-up speed has been slightly increased, and adjustments were made to allow him to perform more effectively and intercept battles through his build-up. Finally, Bunny's weaknesses against enhanced monsters and like big mission bosses have been adjusted as well.
네,
I
그리고
can't believe
버니가
how often
짜릿한
Bunny gets
전력
buffs.
응집, 초전도
That's
체를
crazy.
쓸 때 이동 속도가
I'm with you,
느려지는
Fear
부분을
Mode.
개선을
She is my
했고요.
number
앞으로
one,
전력
bro.
질주 중에도 짜릿한 전력 응집, 초전도체를 전력 질주하면서 사용할 수 있도록.
I got really cool builds for
Additionally, the
her.
movement speeds slow down when Bunny uses
I love
Quill
using a
Bomb,
perforator on her.
Condense, and Superconductor have been improved So from now on, Bunny can use skills even while sprinting.
Can you believe
Wow.
that Bunny
And
gets a
Dev
buff?
Live,
Like,
last Dev
that's
Live,
how
there's
fucking wacky this game is.
about the movement
The most
speed
OP
reduction,
Descendant
using
gets
skills.
overpowered constantly
So
to the
can we
point where
understand
she
this
needs
as
buffs on a
progress,
regular basis.
towards improving
That is
that aspect?
that blows my
그래서
fucking
지난
mind.
또 데브라이브에서 많은 분들이 이 스킬 중 이동
She gets a
속도가
buff every
느려지는
month.
부분에 대해서 좀 질문이 있었죠. 이 부분을 좀 개선해 나가는 방향으로 이해하면 될까요?
네, 개발팀도 우선순위가 높은 개선점으로 생각하는 부분이고요. 계승자 밸런스의 정상화,
Bunny is
그리고
extremely
활용도가
boring.
낮은 스킬들의
She's AFK
개선
mode, man.
부분입니다.
You don't even have to
그래서
hit
명백한
buttons.
의도와 무관하게 스킬 사용성의
You just
편의성을
run.
저해하는 이동 속도 저하는
You just
고쳐나갈
run.
생각입니다.
A lot of them are like
Yeah,
that, you know.
actually, the development team
And people
also
love
consider this
that.
as a high
They love
priority,
that.
which is normalizing the overall Descendant
Frena's
balance
pretty
and
fucking
improving
boring, but people love
underutilized skills.
Inez is pretty fucking
regardless
boring, but
of
people
the
love it.
version
She was
of
cool for a
Descendant,
minute. They
we
were
can
all cool
address
for a minute.
Movement speed reductions
You know?
that hinder skill usability.
네, 저희가
But that kind of playstyle doesn't have legs,
않으실
man.
수도 있겠지만 옳은 방향으로
We are here
한
for the
발한 발
fight.
고쳐나가도록
This is
할
a
테니까요.
looter
조금만
shooter.
더
They
지켜봐
forget
주시면
that shit.
감사하겠습니다.
Yeah, our
I
pace
feel
of
like this is a cozy
adjustments may
muffin
not satisfy
a
everyone,
cozy
but we will
muffin game.
continue
You know what I
making
mean?
progress step by
We could
step
literally
in the
play
right direction.
while you're on the
Please
toilet
bear with
or
us a
in a
little
business meeting.
네,
Not even
아까
online.
팀이 얘기하신
And the game
누나
plays for
스팀
you.
사용할 때
Cozy
이동
muffin
속도,
muffin
네, 떨어지지 않는
is a
거는
looter
되게
shooter
환영하는
you don't
패치고요.
have to mentally
네,
check in
되게
for.
묘하게 답답함이 있거든요. 네, 아무래도 스피드가 이제 계속 빠른 상태로 플레이를 하다 보니까
네.
네, 특히 버니가
네.
네, 그런 부분이 저도 개선돼서 반갑고요. 그런 의미에서 저희가 이제 천명했던 월간 밸런스
I don't like
화이팅!
personally what I don't like is
Let's go.
바라겠습니다.
just using the same skill over and over again, the one skill. You know, I want to use the full fucking kit and they all be doing things. And that's you know, Serena's kind of got that going. The later Descendants started doing a little bit more of that.
As we
Sharon had
saw
that, that's why
earlier,
she
we're
appeals to me.
getting a new
But
Transcendent
what's her name?
tier skin for the
Nell
sword.
has that.
As our producer mentioned,
Where they all make
this
sense, you know.
Transcendent tier sword skin
And Inez has
can
the
be
bounces.
purchased
You need the
through
bounces. I get
newly
that. But
introduced event pass. So, producer, could you explain about this in more detail? 예, 그래서 오늘 아까 그 게임 빌드에서 저희가 초월 등급의 좀 검 스킨을 보여드렸는데 이 해당 스킨은 이벤트 패스를 통해 구매를 할 수가 있습니다. 그래서
did anybody else
이벤트
think that
패스에
the
대한 부분
battle pass really sucked this season? It was like really bad.
아까 말씀드린 것처럼 예, 초월 등급의 스킨은 새로운 형태로 입수를 하실 수
Sword
있도록
pass.
만들었는데요. 이제 이벤트 패스, 네, 이 소드 패스라고 나와 있는데요. 네,
Why are they so
이번
fucking
이벤트
quiet?
패스 같은 경우에는 10월 1일부터 4주 동안 진행되는 검 패스고요. 1000 칼리버로 프리미엄 업그레이드 후 30레벨을 달성하면 검 이벤트 패스의 모든 보상을 받을 수가 있습니다.
Yeah, so it's this new sword pass, event pass over there that's coming out. And this is running for 4 weeks starting October 1st. After upgrading to premium with 1000 calibers and reaching level 30, you can receive all the rewards from the sword event pass.
네, 오늘 시연으로 보여드렸던 그림자의 초월 스킨
Level
조합
30 on the weapon, I'm guessing?
데우스 엑스 마누스의 초월 스킨인 용광로를 패스 보상으로 획득할 수가 있고요. 이외에도 뭐 네임카드, 네, 가슴 부착물, 등 부착물,
So all the legendary skins are within? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Or is there one not in there?
커스터마이징 아이템과 그리고 결정화 총매 4개나 네.
Well, there's only
포함되어
2 swords, I guess. So.
포함한 이제 각종 성장 상품들이 풍성하게
Looks like
될
they're both
수
in
있으니까 많은 참여를 부탁드리겠습니다.
You can obtain the Shadow's Transcendent skin, Harmony and Balance, and the
That
Deus
feels like a
Ex
good deal.
Machina
$10
Transcendent
you
skin
get both
furnace
weapon
as,
skins.
The pass's reward. In addition, customization items like name cards, chest attachments, back attachments, sprays, paints, and growth items such as 4 crystallization catalysts are available. So we encourage everyone to participate. So director, will we level the pass through the daily and weekly challenges like the battle pass? 예, 그럼 배틀 패스와 좀 동일하게 좀 1일
Yeah.
그런 주간 도전으로 레벨을 올리게 되는 걸까요?
네, 맞습니다.
The focus is way too much on skins and not enough on content. They're just slow dripping into content.
자연스럽게 달성할 수 있는 난이도로 구성을 했어요. 네.
Yeah, so exclusive challenges for the sword
To
pass
the
will
games-
be released, and they're designed to be
give the game
naturally
credit,
achieved while
I
farming
think they have
and
settled in on a
sword.
core audience, and so we have to
As
keep that in
demonstrated
mind,
earlier
Parabellum.
Today, the Transcendant tier sword skins,
The Gunner-
which are
the
included
Gunners
in the event pass,
are keeping this game
represent a new tier of
going,
weapon skins,
you know?
featuring altered effects.
And so we
and
complain,
sound
people
effects.
like you and I would complain
Hope
like we need more
everyone,
content, but the
enjoys
Gunners
the newly released
see
weapons
skins
and this,
as content.
sword
And it is content
event
by
pass as
definition,
well. Yeah, 그래서
but
event
playable
team
content,
S에
right, is what we're looking
sword
for.
등급의
Battle
경직기는
content, fighting
아까
content.
부족했지만 이펙트와 효과음까지 변경되는 새로운 등급의 무기 스킨입니다.
But
그래서 새로 출시되는 검과 이벤트
those
패스
guys,
모두
when they drop a new
많은
skin,
기대가 되겠습니다.
they're like, yes, Warframe
so,
is dead. I mean, that's what they say.
seems like we're
Warframe is
nearly
so
at
fucking
the
dead
end of
because
our
of a
deadline.
skin.
But before
You get
we
that?
finish, we should
Because of a
definitely
fucking
show
skin.
Everyone the new skins coming in October, right?
Speaking
그래서
of.
이제 데브라이브도 거의 이제 곧 끝나가는데 또 마치기 전에 당연히 또 저희 10월에 추가될
Yeah. It kind of is.
보여드려요.
I mean, I have that sentiment too, Grumpy, but I have a feeling this
먼저
game, if it
아까
survives,
지나갔는데.
it's going to be a long fucking ride.
누가
거기서 그거를 갑자기 내가 아무 말 안 하고 넘어갔는데 네 먼저 10월 1일 업데이트와 함께 출시되는 스킨인데 남성 공룡 스킨이
You know what I mean by that?
터치다운 네 미식축구
Like they need another year to catch up. Another year. Like I was saying earlier on.
This is one of the skins that's coming with the October 1st update. The common male skin touchdown.
Like this game is like 3 months old in my mind. It is literally 3 months old.
저거지
You know?
몸통박치기와
They spent the first 7
아주
months
잘 어울려요.
figuring out
카이를
that they were doing
잘
something wrong and then that they need to make some changes. The first 7 months were dedicated to doing it wrong. You know, and I guess that's natural for a game to a degree
So it's a skin that
to figure out, hey, we got this new game. Where does it belong in the ecosphere of games? Who is our core audience? I wish they would have figured that out earlier, but they spent the first 7 months doing that. You know, and then people come in like us and say, I love this game. I really love this game, but like it needs more content, and it took them 7 months to figure that out.
바로 치어리더 컨셉에
And so I think the game is going in the right direction. It's just drip feeding, and part of it is always going to be the Gooners. I think that's part of what they've realized is that I think that was always there, right? That was the number one thing that is stuck from the beginning and is still here. That's a cool outfit, actually.
Viva Sparklings.
The one thing that has stayed from the very beginning is the Gooner thing.
그리고
They got us,
치어리딩
you know,
스킨이 들어갔으니까 당연히 응원 소셜
what do you call that? A winning ticket?
네. 짝짝짝짝짝
Yeah, since we're having a
Keep the
cheerleading
game
skin,
going,
we need
but they
a
have to
cheerleading.
balance
So
heavier on the.
right.
I mean, if you
Yeah,
just look
I mean,
at how many
that is so
people
cute.
are out there playing in a pair of panties and a no bra
Do male characters have the same motion for this?
T-shirt with no shoes.
귀엽긴 한데
I mean,
이게 혹시
Okay for the lounge, but really, you really want to fight in that outfit? Like, god damn it!
있을까요?
You know, get serious, dude. You know,
있네요.
this is battle.
Yeah, it does exist for males and
아주
And no matter how
Oh,
sexy
yeah.
Bunny is, she's not gonna go fight in her panties. You know what I mean?
시원하시고요.
She's gonna zip up her
Yeah,
battle
yeah.
suit. She's gonna fight in that.
And
That's
just to
get with the
소질
Lord.
있네 소질이
Immerse
있어
yourself,
Just to
really.
reiterate,
You know.
the update
And then when you
is
go to your
on October
lounge, you can
1st,
strip down into your panties and hang out on the bed, whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? But
for victory,
when Bunny
누나보다 잘
fights,
본
she
것
fights in her fucking fighting outfit.
well, will also be released on
And so
October
the fact
1st,
that people are
so
out
yeah,
there
please
fighting
support.
in fucking underwear and bikinis
Yo,
irritates me. You know, it's just like it does ruin the game to a degree.
모두
You know, so there has
10월
to. I feel like there
1일
needs to be a
정리
balance
빠르게
between that.
부탁드리겠습니다.
You know.
And next up, we also have new skins coming October 16th. And from this point on, Albion will be decorated with this Halloween theme. You can't
The
see
game
it
doesn't
today,
really
but
have
yeah,
a
and we
personality
also
like
have,
that.
like,
There is no
skins
personality in the game. You guys
Halloween.
ever notice that? It's kind of gray.
다음으로는
You know?
이 10월 16일에 업데이트되는
And so if the game had this kind of goofy personality, I'd get it. It'd be funny. You know, be like, hey, we're like this. We're high school teen girls that are out here kicking ass. Puff, puff, go, go. You know? Go, go, puff, puff, kick butt, LOL girls. You know, whatever. But that's not the thing.
스킨 아찔한
That's a cool ass outfit,
구성이야,
too. That's a mummy.
The Halloween mummy
That's
skin,
not the thing. There's no
Disney
funny. There's no
Injury
vibe.
Camouflage.
You know?
이번 스킨은
We're
공룡이 아니라
ancient
개별
warriors. We
스킨이고요.
need to be out there
릴레이,
doing the ancient
무슨,
warrior
네,
shit
그리고 헤일리 이네즈 버전이 출시가 됩니다.
with tech.
So this is an individual skin, and versions for Glay, Haley, and Inez will be released.
You didn't buy the Nier Automata skins? Oh yeah, that was like, I was sold before they even announced it.
딸을 찾는 엄마한테
I like Nier Automata look.
점점점. 네, 점점점. 네, 그리고 다음은 서큐번스 컨셉의
I bought one of them. I didn't buy all of
스킨입니다.
them.
꿈속의 악동이라는 스킨이고요.
So next is the Dream Rascal skin, and it's actually a succubus concept skin.
네. 그래서 이것도 마찬가지로 개별 스킨이고 지금 보시는 세레나, 버니, 샤렌, 네.
People are still playing it, yeah.
You're seeing
Technically, it's got
Serena
more
here, and
players
this
in
is
the
also
Division
an
2,
individual
which is
skin
really crazy,
with
Victor.
versions for Bunny, Sharon, Serena, and
They got more
Nell
players in
being
the Division 2.
뭐 격투 게임이 생각이 나는군요. 네.
reminds of some battle game, but
But
다음은 남성 계승자 스킨이고요.
Still young.
이름이 바로
a lot of those are gooners. I don't know.
보여주십시오. 크리처라는 이름의
yeah, next up,
두둥.
That's cool.
skin for male descendants.
야, 오늘의 주인공은
That's sick.
레시모야. 카일도 아니고
Esmo is the main
레시모네
character
오늘의
today.
주인공.
That should be an
저걸로
Ajax skin
티어리딩
too.
한번 네요. 네. 진짜 하네. 네.
Oh, yeah. Looks really, yeah. 잘 어울리네요. Yeah.
이게 크리처가 저기예요. 약자예요. 약자.
They really need to take their world design fucking
사이버네틱
seriously,
재생
man.
엑소스켈레톤의
That
약자인데요.
saddens me how they don't take it seriously. You have these missions and it's just fucking flatness.
네, 감사합니다.
God, stupid.
콩글리시보다.
That's the worst part about the game in my mind.
그래서 잘 아시고
I mean, you go and play
이거 재밌네요. 그것도.
games like
네.
Borderlands 4. I mean, just the world itself is impressive. You get sold on the world of things, you know? It could be a shitty game, but the world will suck you in for quite a while.
라운지 디오라마 세트와 피규어가 출시되니까 많은 기대 부탁드리겠습니다.
Yeah, thank you. This is a common skin as well. Additionally, on
Warhammer
October
was like
16th,
that?
Social
Amazing.
Motions,
I was
Spawn
sucked in
Effects,
on the world.
along with the Halloween
I never played
themed
Endgame,
Lounge diorama
but
set, and
I
figurines
was
will
satisfied
be
with
released, so
the
please
campaign
look
and the
forward
world design.
Moving
you
on,
know.
let's take a look at the skin.
Battle
stats
mechanics were kind of
will be
stiff.
added on October 23rd. Yeah,
I
그래서
think that's the idea of that game, I guess. Just wasn't my style.
스킨들도 살펴보겠습니다.
네.
This says
네,
Booba,
바로
that's right,
새로운
Arcana.
메이드 컨셉 스킨.
This says Booba.
네.
It's pretty shallow. It's shallow in a lot of ways, but
Introducing the new
I give it a break
concept
because
skin,
it's only
cleaning
3 months old.
네, 클리닝 서비스는
And yes, I say 3 months old on purpose.
세레나와 함께
It's a year old, but really they just
피에사,
figured their
버니,
shit out 3
프레이나,
months ago,
이네즈
and now they're
버전이
trying to
출시가 됩니다.
catch up.
So in addition to Serena, cleaning service skins for Viesa,
That's sick.
Bunny, Freyna, and Inez will also be released.
검정색 머리가 잘 어울릴 것 같아.
Looks like she'll look
아무튼,
well
네.
on a
I mean,
black
it's
hair.
it's a cool skin, but I really don't want to fight in that, you know? Unless the game had that vibe. You know what I mean? But no, we're in a fucking desert. I'm not going to wear a maid outfit
Social motions,
in the fucking
spawn effects,
desert
SF
killing
and
aliens,
cards will
right?
launch
But if we were in a
simultaneously,
city,
so
in an
please look
anime
forward to the cleaning service
Tokyo-like
on
city,
October 3rd.
then
Wow.
cool.
So
I'm going to
we
play into
got
that
a
vibe.
rich
You know what I mean?
lineup Of products for October.
But no,
And we're
I'm in a
also
fucking desert.
preparing a bountiful event
It doesn't
where
even have
players can
mountains.
receive various customization
You know,
rewards
or
and
cactus.
growth
There's no
items
cactuses
as
in this
items.
fucking desert.
Finally, we'll wrap up today's Dev Live by introducing events for October. 예, 그래서 10월 이 상품 라인업이 정말 풍부한 것 같은데요. 이 마지막으로 이벤트를 좀 소개해드리면서 오늘 데브 라이브를 마치려고 합니다. So, producer, could you give an introduction of the events? Yeah.
So basically, I'm going to be covering this game. I still enjoy the game, but it's in small doses because there's nothing to fucking do. So they'll roll out the new content. I play it until I get bored of it, which happens pretty fucking fast, within 2 weeks, and then back to the other games, you know, until they get somewhere deeper.
So the first event is New Sector Exploration. The event runs from October 2nd to November 6th. completing the newly updated Void Vessel medium-sized facility zone and the Void
Oh, you'd be
Intercept
surprised,
Colossus
Savage
Lava
Turkey,
Citadel
on how
will
many
reward you
grown
with random
fucking men
sources,
are
research
spending.
materials,
I was just
weapon
watching
enhancement
somebody's comment the
cores,
other
and
a
other
minute
growth
ago.
materials as well.
네, 그리고 다음 이벤트는
Man.
알비온
He was saying that he's never
알비온
spent money on
하베스트
games,
페스티벌이라는
and he spent over
이벤트고요.
$300 on
10월
the first
1일부터
Descendant.
11월 6일까지 진행되는 추석 이벤트고요.
Grown men,
새로운
man.
검 무기
We empty our
커스텀을 위한
wallets.
정밀 조정, 축과 풍요제 테마 알비온.
No, and I like the sexy vibe. I mean, I wish we had a little edge in the Division 2. I don't like things to go over the top because I really like it to tie into the lore. You know, but I want my characters to be good looking. Who doesn't?
Albion
Yeah.
Harvest Festival. This
I mean, they don't have to be like
event runs
sexy.
from
They could be like, you know,
October 1st
scarred
to
up
November
and
6th. So
good
various
looking, you
rewards
know.
are available, including the fine
Like,
adjustment,
think Charlize
control
Theron,
access for
Atomic
new sword weapon
Blonde,
customization,
just got her ass kicked.
festival-themed items, and the 4 Albion social motion. You can also earn dream tokens, and these tokens can be used in the next event, Miscellaneous Store of Dreams.
네, 그리고 마지막 이벤트가 방금 얘기드린 꿈속의 잡화점이라는 이벤트고요. 10월 16일부터 11월 6일까지.
Like, I have all these stupid tokens to decorate my lounge. I don't want to go to the lounge. What am I going to do in the fucking lounge? I would go to the lounge if I had all my workbenches in there. If they did that, see, that's just more on theme. It's more thematic. You load into the game, it loads you into the lounge, you have all your workbenches, just like in Warframe where you load into your ship, and on your ship are your workbenches. Why don't we have that?
Yeah,
The lounge feels out of fucking place. It feels like a place to masturbate. That's what it's for. Because there's nothing to do in there except I'm going to make my Barbie doll sit here, and I'm going to move her arm there, and I'm going to put her in this little dress. I'm going to give my Barbie a cup of tea. I'm going to give my Barbie, and let's bring in Ken. Ken, sit next to Barbie. Now kiss her, Ken. Put your hand on her boob. You know what I mean? That's just weird.
Including photo stickers, chest and back accessories, ultimate weapons, and mutation cell selection boxes. So we encourage everyone.
I haven't done this. Does the shower thing work?
Yeah,
I
it is
haven't
October,
experimented with that.
and hope everyone enjoys fall in Albion. 벌써
Are they going to bring up Bayonetta, by the way?
알비온에서 즐거운 가을 보내시기 바랍니다. And since we're unable to host a live Q&A this time, we've selected questions from the community and prepared answers for them.
Did we miss the Bayonetta part?
라이브
What's up?
Q&A로 진행하기 어렵기 때문에 커뮤니티에서 궁금해하시는 질문들을 좀 선정해서
2 billion.
그에 대한 답변을 준비해봤습니다. 그럼 피디님, 디렉터님 준비되셨을까요? Alright, let's get started. So, first question. Ultimate Luna has been praised for her fun gameplay and excellent performance, receiving positive feedback from
There we go.
players. However,
That's what I'm fucking talking
there is
about. I'm
significant
right there.
disappointment regarding Descendants like Haley, whose performance still falls.
No.
We're
Luna's
curious
part
about
of the
direction
disappointment.
for balance
They got it wrong.
updates.
They got it wrong. Luna's part of the disappointment. She's right there with the disappointment.
수정을 진행하고 있는데요. 10월에는 카이를 필두로 에이젝스, 애쉬모,
Luna
버니의
fucking
밸런스를
sucks.
수정합니다. 밸런스 수정 결과는 유저분들이 엑시온 격전지에서 기록하는 퍼포먼스의
Unless you
결과로
want to be
확인하고
good
있고요.
at
그
shooting,
외에도 침식정화를
be really good at
비롯한
shooting
상위
3
콘텐츠에서
dudes at a
얼마나
time.
유의미한 계승자 선택의 변화가 있었는지도 확인하고 있습니다.
But Haley sucks. Yeah, I like Haley as a
Since
character
August,
design though.
we've been
I want her to be better.
implementing monthly balance adjustments, including feature improvements. In October, we'll be adjusting the balance of Kyle, Ajax, SMO, and Bunny. We're verifying the results of these balance adjustments by observing the performance by players participating in Axion Battleground missions. Additionally, we're checking for meaningful changes in the selection in high-tier content and looking over that.
네, 그리고 결과적으로 밸런스 패치 후에도
Haley could compete
부족하다고
with Serena
판단되는
if they-
계승자에 대해서는 추가적인 패치를 진행할 예정이고요. 이번에
They get to
버니처럼요.
that.
최근 밸런스 수정이 스킬 딜러에 집중되고
But she would
있는데
also need an
소리 딜러
identity.
역시
Like, okay, but why are
세레나와
we using that?
비교해서 퍼포먼스
Well, if
차이가
she
큰
freezes
상황이기
targets,
때문에
like literally, they
대응을
freeze in their
준비하고
tracks, that'd be fucking sick.
So,
I mean, you can kind of do that,
particularly
but
if any descendant is still deemed underperforming after a balance patch, we plan to implement additional patches like we did with Bunny this time. Recent
Every
balance
time.
adjustments have been focused on skill dealers, but We're
Like, I
also
like
preparing
Eugen's
countermeasures for,
contagion
deals
concept,
that
whatever you
use
call that.
guns as well,
But
as their performance gap compared to
it's kind of a
Serena
pain in the
is
ass because you throw the contagion and then
네,
somebody else kills them.
다만
You're like, I didn't even
저희가
get my
좀 더
shot.
빠르게 개선이 되면 좋겠다라는
'Cause everybody else is so
의견들을
fast
주고
at killing.
계신다고 알고 있습니다. 그래서 기존의 컨텐츠들 밸런스라든가
I want that
뭐 이런
mechanic to be
부분들을
faster, maybe
정상화하는
to
데 더 많은
self-explode.
개발 자원을 투자할 수 있는 방안을 모색하고 있습니다.
Yeah, however, we understand many players feel
Maybe chain
frustrated by
reaction.
the pace of our improvements.
Here
Therefore,
we go.
we are exploring ways to allocate more resources towards normalizing the existing content. Yes, thank you for the answers. Second question. Endgame content still feels lacking. Descendants are becoming
Yes.
incredibly powerful and continue to grow stronger, but we're not sure what they're growing stronger for. Are more challenging content
We were just talking about that.
additions planned?
That's what this whole
네,
griping is
좋은
about.
질문이라고 생각을 합니다.
It's an
네,
important
게임의
question.
루프에서 지금 두 가지가 더 보강되어야 된다고 생각하는데요. 한 가지는 다른 플레이어와 차별화할 수 있는 성장이고 다른 한 가지는 말씀하신 어려운 난이도의 콘텐츠, 그러니까 엔드 콘텐츠입니다.
Challenging isn't the
I
right
think
word, I
that
don't
is a
think.
good question.
Quality.
I believe two
Quality
things are
content.
missing from the game's loop. So one is growth that allows differentiation from other players, and other is the challenging difficulty content that I mentioned and game content.
Quality.
먼저 차별화된 성장은
Stop giving us a
11월에 추가될
desert.
성각자 모듈로 만들어갈 예정이고요. 11월, 12월에 추가될 던전이 더 어려운 던전의 역할을 하기는 하지만 파밍처이기 때문에 궁극의 엔드 콘텐츠는 아닙니다. 그래서 내년도 상반기에 가장 중요한 목표를 엔드 콘텐츠로 보고 있습니다.
First, we plan to implement differentiated growth through the ancestor modules, which are scheduled for November. And the dungeons added in the November and December update, they will serve as more challenging dungeons. But since they are just farming grounds, they aren't the ultimate endgame content.
하지만 계승자 밸런스가 비대칭인 상태에서 추가된 엔드 컨텐츠는 특정 계승자에게만 유리한 그런 컨텐츠가 될 것이기 때문에 그 전에 계승자 밸런스를 안정화시키는 것을 우선 목표로 삼고 있습니다.
So one part I forgot to say is that our most important goal is, for the first half of next year is endgame content. However, adding endgame content while the overall descendant balance remains asymmetrical would favor only certain descendants. So therefore, our goal before that is to stabilize the overall
See,
balance.
that's the problem. They gave us too many fucking descendants at launch. You should have just given us 3 and
Third
slowly
question,
dripped them and focused more on the content.
Inventory seems overly complex. With so many item types and variations in color and shape, it's really difficult to search for items. So are there any improvements planned for this?
네, 뭐 지난 저희 1주년 방송 때도 이 필터 의견 주셔가지고 또 추가가 됐잖아요. 저희가 필터랑 정렬 방식을 계속 추가하고
Yeah.
있지만 근본적인 개선
They
차이는
consider
있다고 생각을
Axion
하거든요.
part of the
일단
endgame loop.
복잡한 구조,
That's the start of the
있기
endgame
때문에
loop.
신규 플레이어가 게임을 시작하기 어렵게 만드는 장벽이 되기도 한다고 보고 있습니다. 그래서 개발팀에서 계속 개선 아이디어를 연구하고 있고
It's got to be
커뮤니티에서
endless
제공하는
and
아이디어도
repetitive.
계속 살펴보고
It's got to be like the
있습니다.
Division 2, right?
So we're
Play the same
adding
shit over and over
filters
again.
sorting
It's
options,
got to be
but
fun, though.
I don't consider
right?
this like a fundamental solution. The complex structure
You really do
can
have
also
to-
act as a
You really,
barrier,
I mean, you can't.
making it
It's not always
difficult
going to be
for
new
players to
content,
start
right?
the
But you
game.
have to
So development team
accept
is
that it is going to be
continuously
the same
researching
content over and over again.
improvement ideas,
That's why it's
and
got to be
also
quality,
keeping an
right?
eye on the ideas provided by the community. Thank you. Fourth question. Receiving notifications while blocked users is inconvenient. It'd be nice to have the options to choose whether to receive notifications.
네, 이거는 게임 플레이 옵션으로 기능 추가를 한번 논의해 보도록 하겠습니다. 네.
Yeah, we'll discuss adding this feature as a gameplay option. Yes, and
Yeah,
last
I mean,
and
that is
final
the looter
question.
shooter design, big girl.
AFK players are
It is.
still
It's
very
not an
common.
annoying thing. It's part of it.
Axion
If you don't like
players
it,
just wait
not
until
talking to
the
you,
final
but
boss
for people that
appears
don't
and
like
then
it,
just like take the rewards.
they're playing the wrong
Is there
game.
a solution for this?
Don't play looter shooters. They're all like that.
네, 런칭 초기부터 AFK 플레이어 이슈는 계속 해결되고 있지 않는 상황인데요. 공개 매치메이킹 중심의 콘텐츠에서는
And maybe one day we'll have a game that
AFK 근절이 참 어려운 것
can,
같기도 합니다. 향후
use AI
더 어려운
to develop,
콘텐츠를 만들 때는
procedurally new content,
대기실에서
right?
모여서 서로
On the
준비하고
fly.
시작하는 구조를
I mean, that'd be
만들어야
fucking crazy.
AFK에
But
대한
it's possible.
스트레스가 낮아지지 않을까 이런 생각도 들고요.
The AFK player issue has persisted since launch. It seems very difficult.
It persists
to
because your
eradicate
content
AFK
is
and
fucking
content
boring, and
centered
people are
around,
logging in
public
just to
path
get the
matchmaking.
rewards. That's
In
why
the
AFK
future,
exists.
more challenging
Face up to
content.
it.
So the director is thinking of having a structure where players gather in a lobby to prepare together before starting, maybe rather than having public matchmaking.
네, 뭐 계속 AFK 혹은 비매너 플레이어를 자동으로 인식하는 모델을 강화해서 제재를 진행하고 있지만 완벽하게 대응하는 데는 한계가 있는 상황이고요. 많은 신고를 당하거나 AFK로 인식된 플레이어 네임택에 칭호를 달아줄까? 네, 강제로 칭호를 달아주면
좋은 글씨를
서로 AFK를 하지 않도록 조심하게 될까요? 뭐 그런 생각도 갑자기 드네요.
과연 좋은 쪽으로 작동할 질문입니다. 네.
네.
Yeah, what's next level to that?
We're
Do you suppose,
continuously
Grumps?
strengthening-
Like, what's next
strengthening
level? That's
our
kind of what I meant. You know what I
automated
mean? Like, what do you
detection
think
model
next
enforce
level to?
penalties on AFK
Because
or players
a lot of games do
lack
that procedural
manners
stuff.
when
What else
playing
did
the game.
that one
But
game that
there
I
are
played?
limits to achieving a perfect solution.
Starfield?
So,
Starfield did that.
Maybe a lot of questions, maybe like, would forcing an AFK title on like the name tag of players who receive like numerous reports,
And they boasted
or,
about all
like, they're
these
detected as
billions of
AFK,
infinite
would these
possibilities
titles
and
make
stuff,
them
but it
more
did not
cautious
feel that
about
way.
going AFK.
You know what I
some
mean?
of the questions that the director has.
네, 분리매칭 자체가 큰
But
제재가
I wonder what
되지
the next
않는
level with
상황인
AI
것
could be,
같아서요.
you know?
더 억제력이 있는 수단이 무엇일지에 대해서도 고민해 보도록 하겠습니다.
Yeah, so since separate matchmaking doesn't seem to be a strong enough deterrent, we'll explore about what more effective measures.
Yeah,
there
so, you know,
could be.
I complain a lot about this game, guys,
Thank
right
you
now.
for
It's
the
just my mood right now in this
questions.
game.
All right.
But it's a
So,
cool
thank you
game.
again, and
You know, when I
think
play games like
it's
Borderland,
time
I
to
draw ideas
wrap
from
up
the
our
first
September
Descendant.
Dev Live. But before that, let's get a
I say,
quick
oh man, I
recap
wish
of
they did
today's
this like First
highlights.
Descendant. I wish they were
오늘도
faster like
어느덧
First
방송을
Descendant. The
마칠
movement was more
시간이
fluid like
오늘
First
소개해드린
Descendant.
내용에 대해
They got a lot of
정리를
cool things in
해보겠습니다.
Borderlands 4, but
So,
there's little things about every
a
game
quick
that are
recap of today's
that can be
highlights
cool.
of the September Dev Live. So first, we introduced swords. Two different swords.
But if
will
they
be
don't
added,
address the
which are
world
the
thing,
Shadow
which for
and
me is
Deus
part of
Ex
mission
Machina
design,
swords. They have their own kind of ammo.
That's the thing
and
for me.
unique
That's the-
abilities. And
that's
also,
the bugaboo.
Transcendant tier skins for swords will be updated as well, with the skins such as the Way of the Warrior having changes made to the effects and sound, and the Manu set a new external
really not gonna
component
talk about
that
Bayonetta?
boosts melee weapon
I
attack
miss
power
that?
will also
Did I sleep?
be
Did I
added.
fall asleep?
Next, a new area will be added to the Void Vessel, which is the medium-sized facility zone. A new boss appears in this area, and as a dungeon.
I mean, it's
for
not a
farming
secret. They
swords,
announced it in
the enemy
fucking
attacks using
social
swords
media.
as well. So both the new swords and external components can be farmed here, and there are sections where the players can ride the hover bike, which is pretty interesting. New trigger modules will also be added. So the first one was Supply Fortress, suitable for Ajax and Kyle. Supply Fortress is a module that grants ammunition whenever the shield takes damage and provides additional damage to reflected damage. And the next one was Wave Eruption, which activates when using emission type skills. So the more stacks players build and maintain, the more powerful the damage becomes, so making this module ideal for Blair's primary skills. And finally, Rhythmic Step, a trigger module exclusive to Luna. So this module grants a stacking buff that increases movement speed and maximum shield when using rhythm type skills. Also, some changes to the laboratory with the addition of the Legion of Breach and the maximum number of the monster spawn count being increased to 50. Be sure to check that out as well. And moving on, a new Void Abyss Intercept battle is coming, which is the Lava Citadel. So the Lava Citadel is a variant of the Molten Fortress, and as you've seen from my gameplay, as Viesa, it's weak to chill skills. So after defeating the Lava Citadel, players can earn the skin and Colotory rewards. And of course, we also have many QOL updates coming as well. So first, we will be removing weapon optimization conditions from reactors, as it is difficult to compensate all the players that have invested in completing these conditions. We've decided to give out 3 crystallization catalysts to all the players. And also, amorphous materials can be opened in Albion through the new shape stabilizer. So amorphous materials that were opened from reactors can be opened in Albion as well. So the time has come to open them up. Moving on to skins launching with the October 1st update. So for male Descendants, the common male skin Touchdown will be added, with the common skin for female Descendants, Viva Sparklings. And of course, that's not all. On October 16th, the Halloween Dizzying Injury Camouflage outfit and also the Succubus concept Dream Rascal will be released. And also, we have a skin for male Descendants, Creature, kind of looking like Frankenstein, is also coming. And for October 23rd, we're preparing the new made concept skin cleaning service. So please look forward to the new skins. Monthly balance patches are also coming as well, with Kyle receiving improvements to his skills. And Ajax, Bunny, SMO, and Bunny will receive numerical balance adjustments as well. Finally, with the Sword update, there will be a Sword event pass running for 4 weeks starting October 1st. So after upgrading to the premium with 1000 calibers and reaching level 30, players can receive all the rewards from the Sword event pass, which include the Shadows Transcendent skin, Harmony and
Is
Balance,
1000
and
caliber?
the Deus Ex Manus Transcendent skin.
Is that $20 in
Furnace.
this game?
Yeah. So, and before we wrap
If
up
so, that
today's
kinda sucks.
broadcast, here's a code that we're giving out for watching
code.
today's stream. You can
Code.
find it right here on the screen. Please enter both of those codes mentioned during our TGS live stream before. TFD0927 DevLive, and also the code from today's DevLive, TFD1001 update. So, I'm sure you know those are the dates. Yeah, so September 27th, October 1st, please remember that. And please earn various rewards such as new paints, crystallization catalyst, energy activator, and much more. So it should be displaying on the screen. Please remember that and get the rewards. 예, 그래서 방송을 마치기 전에 이번 그 라이브 방송 시청해주신 감사의 의미로 저희가 전달드리는 코드 지금 화면에 나오고 있죠. 이 코드 확인하셔서 TGS 라이브 방송에서 말씀드린 코드 TFD 0927 데브 라이브와 그 이번 데브 라이브에서 드린 코드 TFD 1001 업데이트 이거 다 입력하셔서 신규 페인트, 결정화 총매, 에너지 활성체 등 다양한 보상 꼭 받아가시기 바랍니다.
지금 바로 입력하면 되는 거죠?
아, 그럼요. 바로 입력하셔서 그 보상 받아가시기 바랍니다.
I redeemed them. They worked.
정말 수고하셨어요. 힘드셨겠다. 네.
Yikes, that's an
네,
expensive
정리
pass.
제이슨님께 감사 말씀드리고요. 오늘
frustrates
데브 라이브는 도쿄 게임쇼 진행을 위해서 사전 녹화로 준비를 했습니다. 아마 이 방송을 보고 계시는 시점에서 저희들은 도쿄 게임쇼 행사장에서 일하고 있을 것 같은데요. 덕분에 라이브 QA가 없는 게 너무 좀 허전해서 제이슨님을 이렇게 부탁을 해서 궁금하신 점을 좀 풀어드리려고 준비를 했습니다.
Yeah, thank you for organizing it well. And as you know, today's broadcast was pre-recorded for the Tokyo Game Show. By the time our players are watching this broadcast, we'll probably be working at the Tokyo Game Show venue. Because of that, there was no live Q&A, and I feel a bit empty too. So I asked Jason to get some questions. Yeah.
네, 그리고 마지막으로 다음 주 10월 1일 업데이트 잊지 말아주시고요. 그 뒤에 한국에서는 가장 큰 명절이라고 할 수 있는 추석이 시작이 되는데요. 특히 이번 추석은 되게 연휴가 길단 말이죠. 네, 그래서 모두들 추석 연휴 잘 보내시기 바라겠습니다.
Yes, don't forget next week's update on October 1st. And after that, Korea's one of the biggest holidays, Chuseok, begins. So I hope everyone has a wonderful Chuseok holiday.
네, 10월 1일 업데이트 많이 기대해 주시고요. 네, 또 추석 연휴도 잘 보내시고요. 네.
Yes, so please look forward to the update on October 1st and have a happy Chuseok, everyone. Yeah, we hope everyone enjoys a happy Chuseok holiday with their families. And thank you for watching today's Dev Live. Please look forward to our update coming October 1st. 예, 그래서 모두 가족분들과 즐거운 추석 연휴 보내시기 바랍니다. 감사합니다.
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 Oh, that's a trip. I don't know how we missed the Bayonetta thing. I guess it is what it is, huh? Rewards. Let's take a look at what we got. Yeah, I'm gonna stream the Division 2. I'm gonna stop for dinner real quick. I'm fucking hungry. So like a half hour, 45 minutes, a break. So we got this, and this. And then this, what is this? More of these. These are kind of really disappointing because you only get literally like one. Some of them are different, but most of them you only get one. You're like, pick one. It's like, one? Fuck. All right, folks. Well, you saw here in the flesh. No Bayonetta announcement. I don't get it. They mentioned it. It was all over. I mean, it's on chat, whatever. But there's a video out there, promo. But they didn't give us a close-up look at the skin. That's weird. They didn't even say if it goes live on the 1st. Maybe they said that on social media, but I'm assuming it goes live on the 1st. Be honest with you, that makes it an expensive October 1st update. We would have the Bayonetta skin easily 1,050 caliber, easy, right? And then you would have the swords battle pass, which is 1,000. And then you have your Halloween shit. I mean, that's an expensive update. And what I mean by that is, like, if this game considers cosmetics as content, that's what makes this an expensive content update, right? And they do consider skins content. So that's like, man, you're hitting hard. You're hitting those wallets fucking hard. You know what I mean? At least they could have made the battle pass like free or cheap to get some leeway there, you know? To encourage people to spend more on the skins. But what that does to some people is makes them feel like they have to make a choice, you know? Or it gets people to overspend, which is also not healthy on digital skins, you know what I mean? Like, everybody says that about every game. If they only made these cheaper, I would buy all of them, you know? And then we'd be in a collecting game. But when they make them so expensive, it's like, fuck, it's for the whales, you know? They did do a good job on that booth, right? So that does make it expensive, but yeah, ask away. I'm gonna take a lunch here. Ask away, Vid. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind buying the battle pass for like $8, $9, maybe $10, but over that, it's like, wow, man, $20 for a fucking battle pass and no content to go with it. I gotta say, everything looks pretty cool. I'm cool with the swords; they look cool. There's the ammo thing, but it'll work out. Kyle looks pretty cool. I'm glad he's getting an update. I haven't used him. So that's like day one of the game. It looks like they're spreading some things out. The new boss looks cool. Not that I play them a lot, but and then they're spreading things out to the new Void Vessel. But the Void Vessel looks disappointing to me. I like the boss fight in there, but the mechanics in it kind of seem bullshit. Just remove the mechanics. I feel like I want mechanics, but I feel like they're easy to destroy and makes it's just like the original Void Vessel, you know, where the boss goes and he interacts with the computer to ignite the electric fields, and you're like, oh, all I have to do is hit him with the Volsha, and then that stops. Right? And so it looked like a challenge because he was in there with using nothing but swords. So I think Void Vessel is going to be bullshit. The entrance is bullshit. I don't like that stuff because it sticks out to me. Like, oh, look, cool, you can use your bike in this part. But, like, you added that part so that we had to use the bike. You made an excessively long tunnel entrance. you could have just not added the tunnel entrance and wouldn't even have to use the bike. So they're forcing it, you know? It doesn't feel authentic. It feels forced. And that's the part they're missing, you know? So as a matter of fact, after a while, I'll be annoyed because, oh man, even though the bike will make that fast, you know, where it only takes, you know, 5-6 seconds to go through the tunnel, I'll feel bored for that 5 to 6 seconds because it's unnecessary. You could just spawn and then walk into the next checkpoint, you know, so although you go, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's just pointless. I think they have their own set of apparel, VidGirl, like Nothing But Skills does. And, you know, they all have their own stuff, like a hoodie, a backpack, a hat, and an arm patch, maybe, something like that. And you have to complete the missions. I don't know, I haven't done it, but that's the gist of it. Is that what you mean? If you just completed them, you should have them. It tells you on the project what you're gonna get. So on the project, if you look closely, it is easy to overlook, but it'll say, you know, Nothing But Skills backpack. No, I'm not saying I don't want to use the bike. I would love to use I love using the bike in combat. I use it a lot, you know, because like, oh shit, I need a health pack. So I'll pop up the bike and I'll go jet over to that health pack over there. It helps you avoid damage. So I'm not saying don't integrate the bike into the Void Vessel. I love the concept. It's like, make it feel more authentic. It's a mission design thing is what I'm saying, you know. Oh, it should go directly to your apparel. That's a good question, VidGirl, because I haven't actually gotten any. And it made me feel like it was broken, but other people have gotten them, so, you know. It should go straight to your apparel. If it doesn't, check your mailbox in your stash. Those are the only two possible places. Yeah, I like the ability to cast your skill to dismantle the bike. Like, I love that. You know, you're riding the bike along and you're like, wham. You come out of it by casting your skill. I love doing that. Yeah. All right, everybody, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I'll be on, give me about 45 minutes, and we'll do some Division 2 good stuff. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll put a recap on this stuff sometime this weekend.